Welcome, Raider Nation, to Tuesday night on the Most Notorious Podcast. How are we all doing?
What up, Mike?
So we've got our normal host here. We've got myself, 401 Raider Jeff, James down below me from the Military Chapter. Way over in the corner, we got Raider Will. And Cheeto Linus is not with us tonight. He may be in later on. But we've got guests with us tonight. So why don't you gentlemen introduce yourselves and what chapter you're with so everybody that's in the channel or in the chat can see or know who you guys are.
Well, my name is Tony Bova. I'm the president of the Spokane chapter in Washington State. We gather in Spokane Valley and we just growing like everybody else.
Oscar?
My name is Oscar Garcia. I'm from president of the Central Valley chapter. We're just, doing our thing here in the Central Valley, getting, bigger and growing.
All right, we got someone missing. Will, who was that? Who's missing?
Let me give you the entrance. It is the heavyweight champion of the world. We have, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, the brough.
There you go.
There we go, baby. There we go.
Theatrics and all. I gotta love it.
What goes on, my TBH family? Federator in the house. Sergeant of Albuquerque chapter. TBH, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on, man?
Hot as shit in that mask. But not as hot as AZ. I literally legit lost 5 pounds that trip.
I've heard that a lot from a lot of people that went, that they were sweating their balls off out there. So.
I'm ready to be in Boston. I'm ready to be in Boston. Definitely ready for that.
Oh, it'll be cooler here. I can guarantee you that. It ain't going to be 100. If it is, then I apologize ahead of time. So what we're doing here tonight is we're bringing light to other chapters within the organization of the Black Hole. So we've brought in 3 other members from 3 different chapters to come in, talk about their chapter, about some of the programs or some of the functions that they got going on. Find this way here we can introduce the chat to them, know who these gentlemen are, and if you live in that area, we've got a chapter for you. You got 3 of them in the chat right now, or in the show with us right now. So, but before we get rolling, we're going to hit the chat up real quick, see who's checking in with us tonight. So we got one of my guys, Jason Downs, is here. We've got Jay Jackson, says hello from Arizona. Let's get this party celebrated for life. Navajo Joe on the go.
Yes, sir.
Cool Kev's in the house. We got Daniel Berry Sports and Highlights in the house with us. We've got Will typing in here too. Will, how you doing? Ja Raid is in here with us too. Cooper Amaya practicing. He was smiling. A deal probably done. Well, we'll see. Adam Mayo's in the house. What's up, Adam? Brother Tony and fam. And let's see. Diesel's in the house.
Salute. Adam.
We're deeper than Mariana, the Mariana Trench tonight. Yeah, we're rolling deep, and we're short one.
Yep.
Raider Ryan's in the house. My guy Jay from Just Raiders Baby Podcast. What's up, man?
What up, Jay?
Alon, what's up, Alon? Oh Lord, Oscar's in the building. I technically still owe him and Alfredo 5 minutes. Welcome to the Black under the Raider canopy. I don't want to. Myra
That's a long
G's in the
story,
house.
Alan.
We got shit shoulders too.
And Veronica's here. Greetings from the Black Hole Familia.
Can we start this, Jeff? Can we start right here? James, let them know what we're doing. What the hell are we doing on these waivers? Yo, please, James, just let it go. Hey, just let it go right now, big fella. Let Raider Nation know what you think about today.
Well, I guess it's more about the first 2 days. My original plan was to come on here and talk about how AOC played terrible. That was my original plan. And that plan went right out the window because so many worse things have happened in the past 2 days than that, and it's quite literally unimaginable. The idea that we are looking at the crossroads with Jacoby Myers is single-handedly probably the worst possible thing we could be looking at 2 weeks away from week one. And the reason I say yesterday the Raiders took two of the biggest losses I've seen in an offseason back-to-back in a long time. And I'm going to start that because not only is Jacoby Myers wanting to part ways with the Raiders, but he wants to part ways the same day that Scary Terry comes off the board of being available. I would have much less of a problem if we could get Scary Terry, but being that he's not on there, you know, and our Band-Aid on the wound is signing Amari Cooper, and I mean, I get it, right? Everyone knows Amari Cooper was great in Oakland and all these things, but let's be honest. Amari Cooper is aging, and he's quite literally older than time itself now. So, all that being said, it's the idea that Amari Cooper is going to make an impact, a better impact than Jacoby Myers, to me is just awful. And if it makes it even worse, he's wearing number 17. It's like let's just continue to curse the number 17. Let's just continue to punish the number 17 and just make it the worst possible wide receiver number you could possibly wear in our uniform. Right. And that's quite literally how I feel about it. Okay, then next, right? Aiden O'Connell gets injured. You know, I mean, I'm sure half of Raider Nation would seem to be actually kind of happy about it. I don't know why you'd be happy about someone getting injured, but it is what it is, right? But, you know, Aiden O'Connell goes down, and what do the Raiders do? We go and we not only do we get a quarterback, but we trade a draft pick, a viable draft pick for Kenny Pickett. I mean, come on.
You ain't lying.
Come on. What is coupon?
Can I just interject for one moment, James? You do realize that we also pick up a fourth compensatory for Morig, right?
Fuck that. We still lost.
Yeah, but did you forget that though?
Nobody gives a shit about that pick right now. I care that
it's better than a fifth. So we lost the fourth, but we lost the fifth, but we gained a fourth.
But we could have had the fourth and the fifth.
Yeah,
we can still get a fifth back. Trust me, that's easy. We can get that back. I'm not worried about that.
You're missing the problem. The problem is we traded a fifth.
I just like egging you on. That's all.
Pickett.
This is where I'm going to egg you on. You and Will have fought all day today.
I'm going to tell you like this. Hold on. This is what really had James burning all day. This is what had him cooking.
I would not trade a bag of hot Cheetos for Kenny Pickett.
What if they were the hot brand?
Let's be honest here. I mean, Kenny Pickett has played how much football in the past 2 or 3 teams he's been on? I mean, every game he's come in, he's lost.
All right, you done now? Someone else wants to talk.
All right.
Yeah,
I like Cheetos. But I want to train him. I guess I'm not as mad because I think, like, I don't like to see anybody get hurt. I don't want him to be hurt, and the reason why he's off the field. I just wanted him off the field. Like, I mean, it sucks that it got hurt to get there. Like, but I believe it's not a bad number 2. It's better than what we had. Like, what were we gonna have with? We're gonna keep Miller. Was Miller ready to be a 2? I don't think he was.
No. Let's be honest. AFC ain't even a number 3.
But hopefully we won't have to worry about the backup. So we'll be good with the starter.
I can respond to that and tell you who we should have picked up as a backup. I can fully respond to that.
Who do you got? Who do you got,
Tell
James?
me, I'm dying to hear this.
We should have got Jameis Winston.
Hey, the man does lead with Popeyes in his hands. I mean, he gives motivational speeches with Popeyes. But, yo, I'm with James on this one. When I looked at the Kenny Pickett move, I said, why trade a 5th for a guy that was liable to get cut? I thought Kenny Pickett was on the about to get cut. And then we trade a 5th-round draft pick to get this guy? I'm really confused on that. I think Jacoby Myers just wants more money. He wants to get paid like number 1 money. I don't see him going. Well, of course, yeah. But I'll be like, I really don't see him going anywhere. You know, I just see him asking for more money, and this is his way of saying it. I want more money. But James is correct, man. Hey, Adam. I already said bring up the old car. We might have to fire up Renfro. We might have to fire up the 2016 Raiders right now, the way we're going with Amari Cooper and the guys we're signing. But I agree with James, man. Giving up a 5th-round draft pick for Kenny Pickett was not a good move. Yes,
but I'll say this, Will. Hey, Will, check this out, though. I'll say this. So, if you give Jacoby all this money, do you think that's going to hurt the young talent we have now and we're going to try to develop for the future?
Hey, we're getting feedback on your mic, Federator.
All right, no idea why.
So, I'm not in favor of giving Jacoby Myers $30 million a year. Like, I'm totally not in favor of giving Jacoby Myers that money. My problem is that the Raiders failed to be prepared in this situation. The Jacoby Myers dispute and all of that should have been settled. That should have been settled before the preseason even started, in my opinion. That should already been set in stone.
I think it's because Terry got his contract. I think that's the little thing that kind of boosted him over, bro. Like, literally, he was like, hey, that guy just got paid, so I want to get paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and look, I would have been – I don't like the idea of giving Jacoby Myers $30 million a year.
I don't
But
either.
here's the thing. If they knew they were not going to be willing to pay that, we could have been traded Jacoby Myers for a more viable asset for the team and went and picked up a cheaper option. The fact that we took Amari Cooper and that to me is like, oh yeah, this is our best option. It's just straight garbage. It's flaming hot dumpster fire garbage is what it is.
I can't. Hey, fellas, I'll be like, Oscar, what's your thoughts on this, man?
You know what? Honestly, I would have to agree with James because it's like I feel like why did we have to go after Cooper? Couldn't we have gone after somebody else? It's like, yeah, I understand it's for 1 year, you know what I mean? And we have Jacoby Myers. Like, I understand that he wants more money like any other player. He wants to, like James said, he wants to get paid as number 1, but is he a solid number 1 wide receiver for us? You know what I mean? And as far as Kenny Pickett goes, yeah, we needed a backup QB to back up Geno, but he was the only QB available that we could have traded for? And like James says, like, why we give up a 5th-round pick, you know what I mean, for him? That's how I feel, you know what I mean? But like I said, the whole thing with Amari Cooper is just like, why you even bring him back? He's been bouncing around from teams to teams. Like, you know? Like, when we drafted him, he didn't even look too happy when we drafted him. His facial expression with the jersey being held up was just like, okay, I guess I'm going to the Raiders. And then you come back to the Raiders, like, come on now. Like, why? Why come back to the Raiders if you weren't happy when we picked you up the first time?
Yep.
Well,
You know, that's my thing.
Might sound now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh no, what I was saying earlier, when I said, why would we waste all this money on Myers if you think it'll mess up the talent that we're trying to build for the future? Because you think we're gonna have to pay Bowers, we might have to pay Tucker.
Well, we got 2 more years before we can.
We got all these young kids that are gonna want money too.
Yeah, but again, Bowers, we have 2 more years on before we can renegotiate. It's after 3 years we can renegotiate. So Bowers,
isn't the rookie contract like 3 years, and then after the 3 years is when we negotiate with them?
Well, that's it. He was a first round pick, so we've got the 5th year option. But if we want to extend him, we have to wait until after year 3 to do it. We can't so.
Look,
somebody said Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was never an option because he got taken on Sunday. Who the hell was it that picked him up? Somebody picked him up on Sunday. So until Sunday, we could have had a shot at him, but now we can't. My take on Cooper, I'm 50-50 on it. I'm not pissed and I'm not excited. I'm like, it's another veteran wide receiver. Some fans were fine with him when he was here. Some weren't. I'm okay with it, I guess. If it helps the team, that's all I care about. If it's going to, help us get to where we need to get to this year and give us another viable receiving threat, I'm all for it. It's not going to cost us money, a lot of money, I should say. He came on a wicked discount. So we got him for 1 year. I don't see the big deal with it. I really don't. The Pickett thing, it's a 5th round pick. We can probably get that 5th round pick back. I'm not that upset with that. And Jameson Winston, you're pissed at AOC 12 throwing interceptions. Jameson Winston throws interceptions like he's just as bad, if not worse, sometimes.
Hold on. You need to put some respect on Jameis Winston because Jameis Winston has won games as a starter, and he's won plenty of them as a starter. Now, let me start with that. Okay. Second, Jameis Winston,
on a stable team.
Hold on. Every locker room Jameis Winston is a part of fucking loves him. You love
a guy that eats Popeyes and gives a motivational speech.
Give me a more motivational backup QB willing to play his role and take pride in a backup quarterback role than Jameis Winston.
Yeah, how much are you going to pay him? How much do you think he's going to be worth? He's going to be a lot more expensive than Pickett. He's going to be a lot more than
I'm going out on a limb right now and saying Jameis Winston is probably the best backup quarterback in the National Football League right now. All around.
Jackson Dart.
The guy we should have drafted, first of all.
Yeah. I wanted him low-key.
I'm going to tell you something, though. I don't like the Amari pick. I feel like the Amari thing is the same thing here, okay? The guy has hands of stone.
Yep.
Okay, he's had difficulties. He hasn't proven that he can catch the football and be consistent. He can't route run. He's not fast enough to run away from guys. That's where my question comes on Amari Cooper. Why do we get a guy, we go sign a guy that has all these problems, and we have all these problems at the same spot with another receiver that's younger, faster, bigger than him?
Bro, that's the Raiders position. Don't you know already?
Yeah, and Leo's watching us. He's in the chat, and he's got a good point right here. He goes, "Why is James arguing about Winston when we have Geno as the leader? Why are you fighting for him to come in so bad? Do you want him to take over?"
Because Jameis Winston is a much better backup quarterback option than fucking Kenny Pickett. Like
he's gonna be a lot more expensive than Kenny Pickett,
dude.
What?
Think about the money,
dude. The Kenny Pickett signing is retarded. It's so retarded. Kenny Pickett and Amari Cooper as back-to-back signings. It's just fucking stupid. Like there is nothing else to describe. You know what I mean? And with the Jacoby Myers thing, I can understand us not paying Jacoby Myers, right? But if we were going to explore trade options for Jacoby Myers, right? Why didn't we explore the idea of maybe trying to, I don't know, get rid of Jacoby Myers for maybe someone like T. Higgins from Cincinnati, maybe someone like Trey Hendrickson from Cincinnati? I mean, like there's so many things we could have did with that instead of just waiting for him to say, yeah, you're not going to pay me enough money, so I want out. Like, it's just, I just don't understand how Coupon John, Mr. Spytech, let it get to that point. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I can't agree with you more on that fact that we should have a better backup quarterback. I mean, at this point, it's very difficult to say that, hey, you know, Gino's going to be our number one and he's going to last all season long, looking at our offensive line and their struggles. But bringing in Kenny Pickett for a fifth-round draft pick was definitely a move for me that it got me scratching my head. We beat it to death. I'd be like, I want to see what we go on in the future. But we cut Cam Miller today. We cut a bunch of rookies. Then we signed Kenny Pickett and trade him for a fifth-round draft pick. I have a lot of questions, man.
What happened? What are we doing here?
This is exactly what I thought this was going to turn into tonight, too. So, but I'm at a loss for words. I just, we're talking about a backup QB, okay? So you're not fine with what we did. Well, let me ask you this then. If you think it's such a bad move, then why are you sitting here and not at Intermountain running the team? If that's such a
we're all like that, aren't we? I feel like we can all say that. Hey,
you're not running the team.
100%. Hey, you could say that, but at the same time, that's why we're that's why we're fans, right? We're able to say, hey, we got head scratchers here. James, let them know that you're 2-0, bro. Let them know that you're 2-0, undefeated in your predictions.
Look, there's only one guy who predicted that Geno Smith was going to be the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders on this podcast. There's only one guy who predicted that Christian Wilkins was going to be on the fucking couch.
Yo, all right. But
yeah, I would have rather seen the damn Raiders trade for fucking Daniel Jones over fucking Kenny Pickett.
Whoa! Let's not get out of control now. Let's not get out of
Daniel
control.
Jones,
fucking or Jacoby Brissett. That better yet. There you go.
All right.
Well, they ain't going anywhere, so that ain't gonna happen.
At that point, you might as well ask for Colt McCoy.
No, we got fucking Kenny fucking Pickett. Jesus.
Hey, no, and Cheeto, you're right, man. That proves that we're not high off our rookies. But then again, we're not high off our rookies, but then it goes like, hey, we drafted those guys. The guys that are in charge right now drafted those guys and we're cutting them. That is serious cause for concern for me because we need guys that we can keep. Guys that we can build depth with, guys that are going to be on this team long term, not guys that are going to be on this team short term. That's where I get confused. But
well, maybe hopefully that's what they've seen. Hopefully that's what they showed them. They showed them that they weren't Raider material. They're not ready for that next level. So it's like, sorry, go to the Browns.
Well, plus you got to look at it this way too. Then obviously the coaches see something that they can do with Pickett versus anybody else. That's the other thing you got to look at. So they're willing to give up a fifth round when they could have gotten somebody for no draft pick costs and just pick them up off the waiver wire or pick them up as a free agent. So obviously they see something that they can do with Kenny Pickett in case Geno goes down. Maybe he's more reliable and they know that he can run the system a lot better. Who knows? There's got to be something that made them enamored to him that they actually traded for him, even though I know he was going to get cut. But
let's also forget how Geno Smith played when he came into the league. He wasn't great.
He had his struggles, definitely.
But also look at the team he was on.
Yeah, true.
Hey, you're not lying, brother. You're not lying.
Look how he switched it from the Jets to the Seahawks. Maybe he just didn't fit the system. You never know. Like
Right.
Jeff said, maybe they can do something with Pickett. Maybe, hopefully, it can make us all laugh at this interview and not sit there and say, "Fuck, we were all right."
Bro, hey, if Kenny Pickett takes us to the Super Bowl, bro,
I'll buy his jersey. I'll buy
Hey,
him one
he-
too.
I will buy the whole panel of Kenny Pickett jersey if he wins the Super Bowl for the Raiders, bro.
Oh, mine's
Why
going to
would
be
that be
expensive.
something?
Remember that. Mine's going to be expensive, extra material. So remember that. Mine's going to cost more than anyone else's.
No doubt.
But hey, don't forget, Kenny Pickett won a Super Bowl. He's got
He
a
did.
ring.
He did. He
He's got a
has a
ring.
ring. But yo, Jeff, let's get into it, man. Let's start talking like a little club stuff. We talked some Raider news. I felt my brother James needed to get that off his chest. He's been stewing all day. He's been talking about it. He needed to get that off his chest, Raider Nation. Let him know. All right, how you feel? But yo, Oscar, you guys got big time things happening up over there in the Central Valley. Let us know what you guys have going on this week, man, and what
Yes,
you
we
guys
do.
plan on doing.
So yesterday, what we did was our thing was that since here in the valley, it got up to like the double digits almost. We were like about 108, almost 110. What we did was just fill up a bunch of ice just with waters, Gatorades, Powerades, like the fruit cups, anything that keeps them, keeps them hydrated. So that's what we did. You know what I mean? Our intention was just to go have them, stay hydrated with like I said, water, Powerades, Gatorades, fruit cups, and then as we, progressed and we handed out more the waters and the stuff. We had a couple of people tell us, hey, you know what? I haven't eaten like in 4 days. I haven't eaten in so many days. So what we did, because there's a pizza, Little Caesars across the street from us, what we did is just ran across the street and got a couple pizzas, and we just basically, gave them food so they can eat because they hadn't eaten in days. You know what I mean? That's what we did yesterday. We're probably going to do another one again because we looked at inside the armory. They gave us permission to look inside the armory. So basically what they need is more blankets, pillows. They're like the beds. They're not really beds. They're like cots, I guess like military style cots. And there's room to put more in there. So basically we're going to see if we can get, cots for them. They're able to set up their tents in there, maybe sleeping bags, stuff like that. We're going to try to get all that stuff for them. So this way they can at least try to be more comfortable while they're in there. You know what I mean? That's what we did yesterday. The one that Corney saw that is my girl, my wife. She takes care of all that. She's the coordinator. She has her, her book with all the months, dates, plans. Like for next month, we have our blood drive that we got to do. We're due for that, for our blood drive. You know what I mean? Next month, we're going to take care of that. She's already coordinating all that. Once we get all the info, I'll shoot you guys all the info. If anybody's in, around here in town, just let us know. We have a watch party coming up soon for the season opener. Well, home opener, I'm sorry. We have the home opener game, which we're going to do a watch party because it's against the Chargers. So hopefully we take that win. But yeah, so like I said, that's what we did yesterday. In September, like I said, the blood drive, we have that coming up in September. And then October, we were asked again to come out again with the Porterville PD. So we're collaborating with Porterville PD for trunk or treat. So that's another one we're going to be doing. It's something, big. My VP. Yeah, so that's, like I said, that's one of the things that we're doing for October, a trunk or treat with Porterville PD. Again, they asked us to come out. They asked us, hey, you guys want to collab? We said, yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's do it again. You know what I mean? They invited us out the first time. They invited us out again. And they're basically, people were asking us like, oh, what's you guys' club all about? We told them like, we're not just, a bunch of Raider fans get together and watch the game. We do a lot of community service because here where I live at, it's a small town. We're not, we're surrounded by other big cities, but we're in the middle of both big cities. We're 45 minutes away from Bakersfield and 45 minutes away from Fresno. So here in the Central Valley, in Porterville mainly, it's a small-ass town. Like I said, when we went to hand out the waters yesterday, it was in an armory. That's where all the homeless were at. So that's why we were able to, hand out waters, like I said, Gatorades, Powerades, and we, gave them food, pizza. Normally we do it by a bridge we have here. There's a bridge here that where they all hang out at as well. And we usually take them food, we take them clothes, we set up canopies out there with them. Like I said, we fill up the ice chest with water, ice, waters, anything that keeps them hydrated. And at the same time, we hand them out clothes, like I said, blankets, pillows. That's mainly what they need at the moment because, like I said, they're in an armory. They're only there. They're allowed to be in there from 8 p.m. to 8 o'clock in the morning, and they do first come, first serve. So they start lighting up ahead of time before they even open. You know what I mean? And like I said, we were able to go in there yesterday, and we looked at the situation, how it's in there, and they have plenty of room to add more beds in there for them. So that's what we're going to do, is take it upon ourselves and see how we can go about getting more beds and putting them in there for them so they can have something to, sleep the night off comfortably with pillows and, like I said, blankets. And then November, we usually have, what we do is we get a bunch of baskets together for like Thanksgiving, and we'll do like the whole Thanksgiving meal, which includes the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the bread, everything basically that comes in a Thanksgiving meal. We do that, and we'll pick like random families, like 10 families, and we just hand it out to them. You know what I mean? We did that during COVID as well. People were like, oh, you know what? I'm in desperate for turkey. We can't go out because we have COVID. So we did stuff like that, Thanksgiving. We're also going to do another Feed the Homeless. By that time here, it should be a little bit cooler. So like I said, we're going to be looking into getting blankets and pillows because the weather starts dropping around November. And then December, we have a toy drive coming up that we're going to start getting, everything planned together. But once I have all the info, all the flyers set, I'll send them out. I'll shoot them out your guys' way, and then we'll go from there.
That's awesome,
Oh yeah,
man.
brother.
Seriously.
Hey, let me know, man. I'll most definitely donate some water from Albuquerque, bro. Most definitely from us
I'll
to
let you guys know for sure.
Mhm.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah.
Someone
Go
had Neil had a question. Neil, I know you're in Florida. Whereabouts in Florida are you? Because he used to be up here in New England, so he used to be part of a club that I was with prior to. So I know he's down in Florida. I'm just not sure where in Florida.
Neil, we do have some clubs down in Florida. Contact our boy Jeff or myself. We're more than happy to point you in the right direction. I think James, any of us on this panel, really can connect you with anybody that you need down there, man. We'll make sure to
Actually,
take care of
Neil, you got me on Facebook already. Send me a PM, and I'll look into it. I'll find out what chapter's down near you for sure. I'll get you that info. You know that. I know I've missed a lot of people that have popped into the chat. I mean, the chat's been banging. It's been tough to keep up with it. Everybody's just been pumping through everything. I'm just going to give a general shout out to everybody that's been here. Devin, I know you're in the channel. I saw you in the chat. I will address you in a moment too. So who do we want to have go next? Will, your choice. I've got everything loaded up, so I can just pop them up on the screen depending on who it is.
Hey, I'm gonna go. I guess Tony Bova looks like he's ready. We'll finish with Predator, and then we'll let James finish off with the hot takes for today.
Well, like I said earlier, my name is Tony Bova. I'm the president of the Spokane chapter of the Black Hole. We gather at Flame. We have 2 spots that we gather that are within a block apart. We have an adult friendly. They're all both adult friendly, but one's more family friendly. So our family friendly venue is Flamin' Joe's in the Spokane Valley. And we also meet at McCracken's Irish Pub in the Spokane Valley as an overflow. So we have 2 that are pretty close because we pack out the 1 spot. So we wanted to have 2 lined up. We just got done having a barbecue. We do a yearly partnership between the Spokane, Portland, and Seattle chapters. We do the Northwest Blackout. And that is like a rotating yearly big party up in the Northwest that we do. We had it, last year was in Seattle. We hosted this year, next year Portland hosts, and we just rotate like that. So we do that. And one of the ideas that I thought of to like kind of pay it forward was what I called it was pay it forward stickers. So like what I was telling people, what I'm doing is I have our 4-inch TBH Spokane stickers that if people want stickers, they can contact me on social media on either Instagram or on Facebook. And I call them pay it forward stickers. So I give you stickers and you just pay it forward to somebody else. I don't need money for it. I just want you guys to be able to pay it forward to somebody at your venue when you see them over there and maybe they're just getting water. They want to be there. You know, buy them an appetizer, buy them a beverage, buy them a snack, donate waters, like stuff like just pay it forward to somebody else. And I'll send you stickers, no questions asked. We don't need to know what you do or why you do it. Just do it for the right reasons, because a lot of times I don't want to get misconstrued with like, hey, tag us in it so we can get like social media contact or flow through. It's not for that. It's for you guys in your community to pay it forward to your people. And sometimes the good things are not known, but they're done anyways just to do it. And so like I just pay it forward. And so like if you want to reach out, you're more than welcome to reach out. I can get those to you. If you're gonna be at the home opener, come find me. I'll have a bunch at the home opener. I'll be able to pass them out, trade them, and do whatnot. So we'll make it happen, Captain. Let's do it.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
Sorry, James. Now I know what you were asking when you said you're off the screen. It's not. It wasn't set up with 6 pitches across. So I'm gonna do it differently the next time it goes up. We put one up. My bad. Actually, blame Leo. This is his channel, not mine.
Yeah. Hey, go, bro. Hey, brother. Let us know. Anthony.
All right,
was
just,
good,
hey,
everybody.
just Raiders, baby. I got you. If you're at the opener, I got you.
Anthony Flores, Sergeant at Arms, TBH Albuquerque. Shit, you guys see us right there. Shit, we got a lot going on, so we start out with baby Superman. Let's give it up for him. He just had a successful surgery. He just got back home. Shout out to Tony and, Shelby for, staying strong. And that boy is a superhero, truly, man. He was born with a heart condition and, through the grace of God and his superpowers, he battled through it. He survived. He still has to do checkups every now and then. They still have to travel from Albuquerque to Denver. So we're constantly doing bake sales, dine-in. What is it? Not dine-in, Dash. I'm sorry. Dine-in donate. And then that's me right there with the Make-A-Wish. I am very found with Make-A-Wish because those of you who know, my daughter is a leukemia survivor. So I believe in children's cancer and autism. We're always doing, organizations for that. I got my patch right here. That's what it is. It's for autism organization. I do sell them for $10 donation. And guys, I do not keep a penny. I split up the money at the end of the season, and then I go take the checks to each organization, which is Make-A-Wish or Children's Cancer and Autism Organization. It feels good to give back. And it started out as just a small thing, as Will would know. And it started out really with just these little stickers here. And I was able to raise a couple $100 my first year, and it kind of took off. And then, like Tony said, I went to 4-inch, made a couple more hundred, and I was like, sky's the limit. And then, with you, Raider Nation, especially in Arizona, shout out to everybody, every club, the Black Hole, PNBC, the Wrecking Crew, everybody that showed me love. Like I said, when you got a free sticker, you donated a patch. Just in Arizona alone, you guys were wonderful. We made $370 just for that trip from your donation. So thank you, each and every one of you. That's me at the trunk or treat right there. As you can see me in full costume mode, I like to do a lot with the kids. That's what it's all about with me.
We
like
got
I
a
said,
good one here. Hold on.
it started for kids, bro. And
Yeah.
my daughter, that's my daughter right there. That's the survivor right there, my queen.
Nice.
I had to stay strong for her, man. And little does she know, I hid a lot of fucking tears behind that mask, and I still do. But she did what she had to do. She fought like a soldier. And guys, let me tell you something, how beautiful story this is. Not only did she beat her leukemia, she got accepted to the nursing program that saved her life. She is now a student at UNM.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
Yes, sir.
so that's what we do it for, man. And my club is we feel like this in my club, not one like my, and this is coming from my president, not my words. And as a matter of fact, it came from when I signed Tony Bobas, when I signed your flag, bro, home opener last year, Trample Brigade. And I told you that, hey, bro, I am not the president. You know, you're asking for presidents to sign. And you said, hey, you're representing your crew, you sign it. So I did. I took it back to my president, and he told me, he said, if I'm not there and you are, you represent. You represent for all of us. And, you know, like I tell people, just because I put on a mask and I'm a super fan, don't be afraid to talk to me, man. I'm a normal guy. You guys see I got tears in my eyes talking about my daughter, you know. I'm just a normal guy, passionate about my Raiders. I love my Raiders, and I may just express it a little differently because I dress up. But I love that what my super fan got me and the money that it's gotten me to get donations out to these organizations and help raise awareness. And I'm going to say with just this Arizona trip, Will, with you posting, Jeffrey posting, my boy Raider J, TNBC, I mean, whoever reposts me, I'm sorry, there's just too many of you to name right here. Like, we'd be here all day. We'd run out of time, but thank each and every one of you. If you guys are interested in a badge, DM me at the Predator Instagram. My Cash App is Predator13. If you just want to donate, you know, get at me on DMs, and I'm part of the Travel Brigade. I was in AZ. I'll be in Boston with Jeff next week, and then from there, I fly to home opener, and I'll be with Tony. Shit Show Joe and Will, you going to be there?
Let's go.
No, not for home opener this year, brother.
Guys, looking wild.
Everybody wants to know, how do I do it? I say, I got a homemade mask.
Hey, Will, do you have his
I got that one.
the Cash App or what was it you said it was? Can you just put that up in chat?
We got his Venmo, his Cash App. We got the stuff. We will put that up for you guys on our page, and then I'll make sure to share it with everyone. Ray, we see you there. I mean, like, we love the support. We see you guys all in the chat.
If you put it in the chat now, and it'll go to every channel that's linked to this studio right now.
Yeah, I don't have it right now offhand.
Okay, so literally how it's spelled, Predator, just Predator13 on Cash App, and I will have to get the all the other ones. My wife handles that; she handles the money and everything. So Cash App is me, the rest is her, and then I will definitely get that for you, and I will load them up on my Instagram. So once again, if anybody's interested in purchasing or just a donation, and you know. Oh, and another thing, hey guys, so what I was gonna do, with your help, I'm gonna bless you guys this podcast with 12 patches, and I want you guys every month. I want you guys to raffle one up and see what we can come up with as a team. If you guys are cool.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? That's what it's all about. And you know, the whole reason we put out something like this is because we always talk football. We always do, you know, the normal thing, but you know, we wanted to show people that the black hole is for real, and we're in the community, we're doing things, and you guys are proving that, man. I mean, like, every single club right here always is giving back, always doing things to represent your community and your community for Raider Nation. I'll be like, guys, I can't do nothing but just sit back and applaud you guys, every single one of you, for doing something different. And I mean, like, Jeff, I'd be like, you have quite a unique story that you said you wanted to follow up on. So I'd be like, let us know, my brother.
Yeah, real quick though, because I got two more pictures that I didn't put up yet, and it's does that coincide with the baby Superman?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right, so let me put this back up, and that has to do with the next image I'm putting up, which is this, correct?
That is correct.
Oh, God.
No.
They're going to hate me for that one. I'm so sorry about that, guys. So check it out. So Baby Superman. So Baby Superman. We got this here autographed Raiders football helmet, and it has, I got to get the exact number, but guys, it is signed from old alumni, Hall of Fame, current, like recent. I mean, it has signatures on there. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a raffle. We will be selling raffle tickets. I will get all that posted up because we're still in the works on this as well. But once we get it ready, we'll let you guys know, and we'll be selling raffle tickets. And the tickets ain't open just for Albuquerque; they're open worldwide. You know, somebody in Germany that wants to buy it, hey, buy a raffle ticket. You know, somebody in Brazil, sell them a raffle ticket.
So you guys ship?
All proceeds will go to Baby Superman and his organization.
Awesome.
Bro.
I got the other side of the picture too. So you can see right there, Foo's right up front, Philville Piano. You got Plunkett, Art Shell. That I don't know who that one is.
I can't tell who's on top either.
Yeah.
I think that's Ira Matthews.
Yeah, right here on the.
I'll get some better pictures later, and I'll try to get more clear of the names of them because, like I said, there's a lot of names on there.
I mean, like
Most
you
definitely.
got Ted Hendricks. You got
Yeah, there's Hendricks right there. I see that one.
guys. This thing has a ton of helmets or signatures.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah,
like,
see,
man,
it's one
ton.
helmet. It's one helmet.
Yeah, it's just one helmet.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I'll get the information on how much the raffle tickets are going to be, and I'll post them, and we'll go from there, guys, and we'll see what we can raise for Baby Superman. Our Superman. That's our Raider Superman right there. True life superheroes.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, let me just.
Do we have a link for the
link
raffle tickets? Hey,
Yeah.
as soon as we get those from Predator, we'll make sure to post them on all our pages to make sure that you guys are engaged for those.
Just bear with me here. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I brought that up because I just saw that come through too.
Hey, thank you,
Black
Rachel.
Bolt.
And you know what? We do this
Yeah.
for his memory, man. I mean, like, it's all about him, and he led the way, and he definitely showed us how to do it. So thank you so much, Rachel, for everything you've done with your husband and putting this organization together.
Look how she brought us together. Look how he brought us together.
Exactly.
Yep.
We love you, Rob.
So one of the things I wanted to discuss tonight, I know a lot of the people in the chat that follow myself, follow Leo, Jay from Just Raiders Baby, and our other co-host, Elvira 10. A couple months ago, we were talking to one of our followers. He shows up in the chat as Raider 24 Nation. He's had a son that had a heart defect at birth, that had holes in his heart. For the first 2 or 3 years, he had pretty much lived in the hospital, so he really wasn't home much. They had tried numerous times to go in and repair the holes, but because he wasn't strong enough to survive the surgery, they couldn't complete the surgery. Well, they were finally able to do it a couple months ago. So that's the story on that end with him. So we've been doing fundraisers for them, hooking them up, getting them involved with the Ronald McDonald House so they had places to stay. So their medical bills have got ridiculous. So they've had 4 children. The oldest is Devin Jr., who's nonverbal autistic. Raider is the second child. His name is actually Raider. He's the one that had the heart surgery. So he's doing okay, but they just found out that he's now epileptic. So now he's susceptible to seizures, and now he's on medication now for the rest of his life because of it. And they had another daughter a couple of years ago. Her name was Autumn Wynn. She passed right at right at birth. And the wife is pregnant again. She just went into the hospital on Sunday. Devin hit me up with a message saying that she's in the hospital. They're going to probably have to do an emergency C-section, which they did yesterday. So the follow-up on it from today from him, when he finally got back to me, is that when she was born, she wasn't breathing. Her lungs weren't fully developed because they had to do the C-section earlier than she wasn't able to fully develop, basically. So they ended up airlifting him and their daughter, Jasmine Rain, up to Dallas to a hospital, which is where he is now with her. The mom is still back at a hospital local to their house, recovering from her issue. But he's now at a hospital in Dallas with his daughter, so they had to airlift him. I said, what a way to get a helicopter ride, right? He goes, yeah, tell me about it. So they've got her on a respirator. She's going to be on it for a while. But because of the lack of oxygen, she's probably going to have long-term brain damage from it. So there's still no telling exactly what the final outcome is going to be with her. So everything's still so early in the stages. So everybody that's been following the story with that family and seen the interview that I did with the family, keep them in your prayers. We've got the links for the GoFundMe for them to help them out, because now he's back out of work again, and God knows when he's going to go back to work at this point. And they've still got the other two children at home, so family members are helping take care of them right now too. So this is a lot of stress for this family, and they've been through a lot. They really have. So anybody needs the links for that, I can post the links up. I've got the Cash App for the family, and I've got the GoFundMe too that we started a while ago. So
yeah, send them to me. I'll post them right away.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Jeff wanted to make them honorary members of the Black Hole. I am gonna put some cash down for that, for one of the memberships. If you guys want to participate in that, make sure you guys let Jeff know, and we are gonna make these people lifetime members. It doesn't matter what we need to do. Let's all come together and make sure that we can at least do that for them. So, hey, if you guys are out there in the chat, you guys want to participate, please let us know, and we'll take your names down and we'll get that info, and we'll make this happen for this kid and family.
This is Devin right here. This is the dad, Raider 24 Nation. So he's asking me to do this. He wants me to put I have the picture. I can't put it up. There it is.
By the way, Oscar, Rachel wanted me to let you know that she's super proud of you guys, that you guys are making the Black Hole proud and what you guys are doing. She wanted me to personally let you know that. So, hey, man, keep killing it. Mama's watching.
Thank you, Rachel, for all the love and support. You know, we're just trying to do everything for the community here.
So that's Jasmine Rain. That's the little girl. So that's a picture as of today at the hospital in Dallas, where she's on the ventilator right now. So again, we don't know how long that's going to be. So for everybody, again, keep them in your thoughts. I mean, he's been a lifelong Raider fan. I mean, he's a dedicated fan to the point where he named his son Raider. So, I mean, there's not much more dedication than I can think of that you actually talk to your wife into letting you name your son Raider. And he was successful getting their other daughter named Autumn, Win. So that also is amazing too. So, like I said, this family just can't catch a break. And I didn't mean to turn this into a sappy story, but I told him I wanted to bring this up, if it was all right with him, because everybody's usually asked me on updates. So, this is a big update, two things at once here with this family. The son the other day and now the daughter. So
Absolutely. Hey, and this just goes to show, fam, that, the Black Hole is doing big things everywhere. Guys, we're in the community. We're out there trying to help out. We're out there trying to help other people. And at the end of the day, man, that's what it's all about. We're all about family. We're all about being together and just growing together. So, guys, if you guys can help out in any way, please let us know. I mean, we got plenty of families, and if we can help you guys out in any way, let us know. We're there to help. I'll be like, this is what the Black Hole is about, and this is what I love about it.
I appreciate it. This is tough. This one's tough for me, even though I'm not related to them or everything. But the night we first brought all this to everybody's attention, it was a Wednesday night show with the four of us, and I mean, I actually I had tears that night, because we had guys that were in the channel, like in the chat, just smacking.
Just show that picture again, Jeff. Show that picture again, brother.
Yeah, it's still up.
Yeah,
donations, and it was an emotional, that people were supporting us and supporting that family in that manner, So
And I'd be like, I don't know about y'all, but just seeing that picture right now pulls at my heart, man. I feel for the parents. I feel for that family. I'll be like, I wouldn't know what to do in that situation, to be honest. And I mean, like, I just hope that we can make a difference and we're able to help them out, guys. So if you guys are in the chat, please, man, reach out, contribute. Just, send up some loving words for this family.
The other thing too is with their son Raider, it's the cutest thing. Like when I was doing the interview with them, he was climbing all over the mom and yelling and having a good old time, and they kept, I'm like, let him go. It doesn't matter if he's yelling. The one thing that tends to calm him down is when you yell Raiders. So I would do that on the show when I was doing the interview, and right away he'd turn to look at the camera, and then he goes with his arm like he's trying to yeah, go Raiders. It's cute. It's cute. He's a hot little shit for he's 3 years old. It's like kid's awesome. You're welcome, Devin. I told you I would bring it up tonight. After you talk to me. So, like I said, everybody usually asks me how you guys are doing, and so I haven't heard from you in a while, and that's understandable. I see what's going on. So you get it.
Yes, sir. All right. Hey, we're going through all these. I see you going through all of them, man. Hey, money, Chuck.
That's Chuck.
I love you, baby. Keep donating. That's what it's all about, baby.
Appreciate everybody. So, yeah.
These are hard, man. I mean, this is, amazing that you guys are doing all this thing, man. I mean, every single one of you is attacking something different, big time things, helping families, helping communities. It ain't easy. I'd be looking at the pictures, seeing the things that you guys are seeing and being on the front lines is definitely something different. And guys, this is what we wanted to show you with this show, that we are out there doing different things, just coming out in the community and representing Raider Nation well. And we wanted to let you guys know and be held accountable as well. That, hey, it's not just about football. It's more about community. It's more about being with our people. But hey, man, Jeff, I was a little bit sad. Can we get back to football now?
Yeah. Well, seeing as though everybody else in this panel except for Will has promoted something they got going on, I think it's time to talk a little bit about week 1. What do you think, Will?
Let's go!
When you yell like that, it cuts out because
baby!
You drown out your mic. You drown out your mic when you do that. You know that, right?
Oh, I know I do.
Nobody can hear you.
Oh,
Just looks like you're yelling at nobody going, yeah, exactly. That's what it looked like.
I thought we see Will shaking his head.
Yeah.
Hey, I was about to text Emmy, is he having a seizure?
Hey.
Yeah, you got that right, Devin. Right on the money, brother. Right on the money.
Yes, sir. Hey,
community work is leadership. We cannot claim to be the best nation in the world without lifting our people. Absolutely. And again, look how far away they are from me. They're down outside of 3 hours outside of Dallas. And I'm all the way up here in New England. I'm in that tiny little sliver of a state wedged in between Connecticut and Massachusetts. And, I'm able to make an impact on a family all the way down in Dallas and connect them to the rest of the nation and have everybody aware of their situation. No different than what you guys are doing with your functions that you do. You don't know that somebody that's local to you that you're doing something for, it affects a family, say on the East Coast because it's their relative. So it's creating that unity and that feeling of support. Basically, it spreads good feeling, and this is what I like about since I've been involved with the Black Hole. It's just I've had more fun doing this than anything else related to the Raiders, even the YouTube stuff. Being part of this is just a different feeling, and the fact that week 1 is here in New England, and I'm feeling the connection even more with the Black Hole because of that. Because I've had the opportunity to talk with so many different chapter presidents now, and other members from different chapters that are coming here, and building relationships with some of these people. and getting to know them better. So I can't wait for that weekend to come. A week from tomorrow, it all starts. We've got people coming in. Predator is going to be here on Wednesday. My guy LV Raider 10 is going to be in town already. Mark Jones is already going to be in town. Then Will and his crew come in on Friday. Mike from Raiders Against the World, who's been a tremendous help with this. We partnered up together right from the get-go. We're doing a lot of the cross promotion.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, Mike's awesome. If you haven't met Mike from Raiders Against the World, I haven't met him personally, like in person, but I've talked to him I don't know how many times on the phone. We call at least every other day, back and forth, bouncing things off of each other. That man is a ball of energy. Holy cow.
It's because he's from the ID, I know.
Huh?
It's because he's from the Inland Empire, I know. It's funny you say that. The first time I meet him is in New Orleans, and he's like, "You're from Albuquerque," and I'm like, "Yeah, where you from?" He's like, and don't get me wrong, I want to say he said Riverside, California, and I'm like, "Bro, I'm from San Bernardino," and it's like, "What the fuck?" Like, go figure, we go meet in New Orleans as Raider fans at a Raider event.
Yeah,
love it.
So, I can't wait to meet everybody. I'm finally going to get to meet everybody in person for the most part that's coming out here. So we've got one hell of a weekend set up. Will did his due diligence with his crew, and Will set up events that his crew wanted to do, and it's open to anybody that's coming out here, which is why we've got that complete itinerary. Mike's got stuff that he brought, to the table.
That's us right there.
Yeah, there you go, the travel brigade. So we've got a lot of events. We got a lot of events going on. I can put the link in the. Let me bring it up. Put the link in here.
Put some spice into it, baby. Put some spice into it, Jeff.
Huh?
Put some spice into it, baby. Hey, it's gonna be the most electrifying sports party of the year, baby. It's going to be the season opener. The link tree is right there with Tito Linus, man. It's going to be electric. Our boy Jeff has hooked it up. The Black Holes has networked together with Raw, baby. Hey, you fly in Thursday. We're going to get some Mama Maria's. We're going to eat some chow. We're going to have some good food. We're going to have some fat cigars. We're going to have some good drinks down at the cigar lounge. Then on Friday, we're going to be doing tours. We're going to be watching Boston. We're going to hanging out with the Black Hole. We're going to be blacking out Boston. Now, Saturday, we got Godzilla in the morning, but then guess what? You got to get down to Providence, Rhode Island. Get on the bus. Go up to Brockton and come in there and show Brockton, Massachusetts what it's about, baby. Hey, Raider Nation, we want to black out Brockton. It's a big Al Davis celebration. They're going to do a plaque. They're going to do a memorial. We're going to take pictures in front of Al Davis's house. A legendary picture, baby. Not just regular. It's going to be legendary. After that, you are going to go to the biggest party in northeast of the states for Raider Nation, baby. I don't care who else is up there. I'm telling you right now, this is the party to be at. It's going to be at Blake's Tavern. All right? Blake's Tavern is going to be on fire, baby, until the next morning when we got to get up and go to Tailgate at Lot 55B, where our boy Jeff will be cooking up a storm for our people, and we are going to go into Foxborough. We're going to block it out, and we're going to take that win. Week 1, baby. Let's go.
So just so everybody sees
we're going to take it over stupid style. It's going to be New Orleans 2.0.
So there's the map of the stadium and the parking. So that purple spot way up at the top there, that's 55B. We've got amassed now. You ready for this, Will? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
We have actually a total of, I think, about 12 parking tailgate spots.
Oh, let's go from 0 to 12, baby. That's the way New England does it. They go from 0 to 12 in a heartbeat.
Yeah, right, Elon? It's like, just go to the link tree. Everything's there. Fucking Will's the hype man over here for sure. That's the lot we're going to be in. Our chapter alone, we have 6 or 7 of those parking spots. There's 3 gentlemen coming from, there's 3 parking spots that are coming from the guys from the J Lot crew in Nevada, from Las Vegas, that are coming out here for the game. One of their guys lives in Mass. He's bringing his flat top. He's doing up sausage and peppers on the flat top that day. He wants to do up like 10 pounds of them. We've got cases of Modelo already on set to go. We have.
He said cases. He said cases, Vince. Cases.
Cases. We've got donations from restaurants in Boston and the place that we're having the Saturday night party. Blake's is donating some stuff also. So we're also going to have hot dogs. So there's going to be plenty of food. There's no charge for the tailgate. There's no charge to get in the door at Blake's on Saturday night. Saturday night at Blake's is strictly cash bar. You're on your own for drinks and for food. The full restaurant is open. The full menu is available. So food, it's on, whatever you want to do for food. We're going to have raffles. We're going to have some giveaways too. The place is, again, it's a private event. It's Raider fans only. The public is not there or not allowed in. We're there from 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock at night. There's also tables and seating outside on the sidewalk too, so we can filter out. So anybody that smokes cigarettes, cigars, any other things, you can free reign to go outside and take care of what you need to take care of. Tailgate, no charge on the tailgate. The only thing we're asking at the tailgate is if anybody wishes to donate. In that link tree is the Venmo for the chapter that we're using right now. Anybody wants to donate anything the day of, we're going to have a bucket there too if somebody wants to put cash in. We are going to be carding people for the beers because we're not physically, charging for a tailgate, but you will be carded. You're going to get a black brace or wristband. If you have that, you can get a beer. If you don't have it, no band, no beer, and it's going to be one per person at a time. We're not going to give somebody like 5 beers and they want, No, we got to keep some control of this to, cover all our asses and make sure that, everybody stays safe, everybody has a good time, and there's no issues. But food's completely free. Everything's free. We got a DJ coming. We've got a generator already set up for the DJ that's going to be there that day. So we're going to have a DJ Saturday night too. So Mike's son's taking care of that from Raw, from Raiders Against the World. So we got some fun shit set up. So
and are we able to take our flags in Blake?
Yep.
Where?
Into Blake's.
Into Blake's? Oh yeah, you can bring whatever you want into Blake's. Definitely.
Okay.
The stadium's a different story. I mean, I would go by the same rules that you would have if you went to Allegiant.
Oh, don't worry, bro. We have ways to get in them in. We ain't worried about that.
Yeah, but as far as like, I don't know what the Patriots rules are. They might bust your chops because you're a team, you're a visiting team, with what you're going to be bringing in and costumes or whatever, whatever gear you're wearing. They may give you crap. Who knows? Because again, we are the visiting team. So, but the plan is the day of the tailgate at about 12 o'clock, we're going to leave the tailgate and walk in as a big, massive group. As Mike from Raw would say, we're going to black it out. So we're going to roll in there deep right from the get-go. It's going to be a hell of a day. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great weekend. I'm psyched.
Bro, are you kidding me? It's going to be another electrifying weekend, bro. This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all these guys in Raider Nation to travel northeast, man. Travel with the fam. Hey, Oscar, it's different, bro. Hey, let the people know when you're traveling with the fam, how we do, how it is, how the environment changes. I'll be like, guys, it's totally different than traveling to a game by yourself. All right? You're going to have people there that want to have a good time with you, that want to have, party with you, enjoy the great time, not be an asshole, just, enjoy being a Raiders fan, being a part of the family. I'd be like, I know that the black hole has been changing a lot, and that's something that we have been trying to bring in, is bringing people from the outside and bringing people in and welcoming them and showing them what it is, you know. And honestly, Oscar, I'd be like, can you tell us the difference when you go to an event now than when you used to be not a black hole member or somebody that wasn't out there?
Oh man, it's different now. You know what I mean? When I want to say, what my first Raider game I went to was back when they were in Oakland. I can't remember who we were playing, but I think we were in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And back then I was still a youngster, and I didn't even know nothing about the booster clubs or clubs, anything like that. And my uncle took me to my first Raider game, and I was just like, okay, I was kind of scared because he's like, hey, he's like, just to let you know, he's like, it gets kind of crazy here, and I was just like, okay. He's like, I was like thinking, how crazy can it get? Man, I get inside the stadium, I can open, and I was just like, surprised. Guys over here like, hey, you mother this and you mother that, and I was just like sitting there like, oh damn, okay. He's like, I told you they get crazy here, and I was just like, all right, okay, I understand.
That was two hands, one chicken tender, one joint. Like, which one you want?
Right? Hey, as soon as you would walk into the Oakland Stadium, you're like, secondhand smoke. It was always like secondhand smoke and stuff like that. It was just, but yeah,
even
like
if
I said,
you didn't smoke weed in Oakland, you still left like, man, I'm hungry.
Exactly. Yep. Hey, after the game, you're like, man, I got the munchies. What's to eat around here?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wait, why I get the munchies for? You know,
I remember being like 8 years old, leaving Oakland, like wanting a whole grown meal. I'm like, I don't even want a Happy Meal. I want a Big Mac.
Right? Yeah, man, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like I said, doing stuff, when you weren't like part of clubs, it was just different. Now you have the support of, your fellow chapter members and chapter presidents and other people reaching out to you. Hey, man, look, I want to donate. I can't be there, but hey, let me donate to you. Where can we send donations to? And that's more appreciated. You know what I mean? Anything that helps to help out people that are in need of help, we'll take it. Whether, like I said earlier, whether it be somebody send me, hey, man, we're gonna send you some blankets or we're gonna send you some pillows. Hey, that's fine with us. We'll take it. As long as we're able to give it back to those people that need it, and at the end of the day, they have something that they can, sleep comfortable with, or stay warm during the winter, or whether it be at night when it's cold. That's all that matters at the end of the day, is just helping others.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm going to speak on that just real quick. Speaking of that, I just got a donation right now. Raymond Gutierrez, thank you. He's an Eagles fan. That man is watching our podcast because he's my boy and made a donation. That's what it's about. Raymond Gutierrez, thank you, baby. Love you.
Exactly.
Baby.
Like,
at the
that's
end of the day,
example right there. As soon as he said that, it said being from an Eagles fan. That's just to show you that it's bigger than just Raiders football. We're a family.
That's what I was about to say. Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Uh-huh. We're more than just a Raider fan.
Marlene and then Will. They like you said, they showed us the club. And I will say this, my wife is watching this Predatorette, so she'll comment and probably agree with me this. Before I was in the black hole, like all them years ago, games were a lot fucking cheaper. Now you get there with all these club members and, you got this event, these parties. But on the flip side of that coin, you start meeting all these connections. I buy a bucket of beer. Oscar, you buy a bucket of beer. Jeff buys a bucket of beer. Will buys a bucket of beer. Next thing you know, we're all just sitting there just drinking beer, having a good time. Mm-hmm. Just like one big family. That's all it is.
Gotta love it. Yo, hey fellas. So the last person I want to speak on this is actually Jeff. Jeff, you were a long-time Booster Club president. You had your own thing, kind of like were in your own region. What do you feel is the difference between before and now? As in the difference in clubs. I'd be like, you don't have to get into specifics, but I'd be like, what do you feel is the difference?
I don't know. That's a good. You know what? No one's asked me that. I will say this: there's a lot less stress involved with this than what I had going with the other one. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a one-time thing. You pay it, you're in. And then you just join. You just get into a chapter, and you do your thing with that chapter, and that chapter does its thing. Whereas with the Booster Club, it was a yearly dues. Keeping track of all that. Granted, I was the vice president for 12 years, and then the president for the last year and a half or so. But keeping track of who's a member, who's not a member, worrying about, when we're going to be doing the voting, can this person vote? Can that person not vote? Can this person attend this get together? Even though we're not charging for it, but it's technically for members only. And there's none of that here. You've paid your due. You're a lifetime member. You're part of this chapter. It's however much you want to be involved in the chapter too. Being a member. But when you're the president, obviously, or a board member or executive board member, you've got a little bit more extended duty. And I'll tell you what, the thing that was, I would have to say, is difficult for me is I came into an existing chapter, never been with the Black Hole before. They had a vacancy at president for the last 2 years. I was asked if I'd be interested, and I said absolutely. And this was already after I'd already stepped down from being the president of the Booster Club. So I came into taking over a chapter that was already existing, but the basis or the nucleus of that chapter is 2 hours north of me, because we cover the whole New England region. So the New England area is, in that same space in California, you could have 2 or 3 chapters in there.
Yeah.
Because of the size of, the area and everything. So here it's different. It's, those 6 states squished into one. So I'm like the stranger coming into this. So I'll tell you what, the people in that chapter welcome me with open arms. I made sure that when I picked the, other offices, I took my VP from that group, from that original group, and one of my executive directors is from that group. One of my executive board members came over with me from the Booster Club. So he lives down here in Rhode Island, and my wife's the secretary treasurer, just like she was the treasurer for the Booster Club before we both stepped down. So, I made sure that I kept them involved too from the original group, because I didn't want to alienate ourselves and just replace them with everybody from down in my area. But they've been so helpful with setting up what we've been setting up for this week coming up, because they know how important this is for the chapter. This is putting our chapter on the map right now too. People knew about us obviously because we're a chapter and we show on the list. But this just shows that what we can do, when it comes time for a major event like this, what we've put together. And I've had help from other chapters, obviously. Will's helped out immensely. Leo's helped with promoting stuff. I've been on different shows where we brought it up. So I've still got to do the circuit next week leading up to it. I'm probably going to get on with JT the Brick next week, maybe even one day this week, and help promote it. My guy that handles all the Instagram stuff you see come from our chapter, that's my executive director that lives down here. Dave, his name is Dave Goyce. He has been a tremendous help with doing this, because I'm not good with doing that stuff. I'm still kind of learning that aspect of it. I gave him total access to the chapter Instagram, and I'll tell you what, he's blowing it up, because he's so good at that stuff, because he's been in social media for years. So he knows exactly what to do, what gets people's attention, and he does a great job of it. He's had other chapters already reach out to him and ask him about if they can help out, if he can help out, put stuff out for them. So,
he does a great job.
If it wasn't for him, I'd be behind the 8 ball a little bit. My stuff would look a little bit more like, childish, basically. I'm doing what I'm doing with crayons. He's doing with lasers and all kinds of fancy stuff, So That's
Yeah,
how I kind
he
of
reached out to me. He reached out to me earlier asking if I was going to be out there with you guys, and I told him, yeah. And he's asking if I could post. I'm like, bro, post me, make a flyer. I don't give a damn. I'm going to there, party with or without clothes, but I'm gonna represent Raiders either way.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir. But yo,
Yeah,
fellas,
Dave's a good dude, man. So I don't know where I would be without him. He's like my
he does
person
a great
reason.
job, bro.
He's that guy in the back of my head that when I think about saying something, I can hear him going, "No, don't do that." You know, he's not my VP, but that's how I always envisioned the VP.
I think that's everybody's VP, bro. Everybody's VP or the guy that they listen to. They're like, dude, what would my VP say right now?
Yep. And that's how I was when I was the VP for so many years, and I, in the Booster Club. It's like when the president would start talking stupid shit, I'd be like, "Oh, like what are you doing? Don't go that way."
Will, it's like that, except if you're from Sacramento, because Sacramento they can't ever find their VP.
Israel gets drunk and lost.
I see you guys.
We love you, Izzy.
Hey guys, hold on, real quick update. I'm sorry, I got that number wrong. That number was totally wrong. That Eagles fan, guys. Let's shout it out to the Eagles one time. He just donated $490 to the Frederator.
Oh wow!
Salute,
Thank you, Ray. I love you, bro. I really appreciate you, bro. I had to shout you out. And guys, like I said, that's an Eagles fan, guys.
Yep.
That's an Eagles fan.
Appreciate
Well,
that.
he
donated $500, bro. Come on.
He deserves one of these.
Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Raiders. Anna.
Damn, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Thank you, Ray. Ray Gutierrez, I love you, bro. Shit. And honestly, at this point, shout out to the Eagles at this point. I'm not motherfuckers, but I mean, shout out to you guys.
Right?
They did two good things. They beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and one of their guys just helped you out big time, too.
Yep.
No, that's why I said special shout out to him. And, yeah, I really appreciate that, man. That was a beautiful donation. Thank you, man. It's because of people like him is why I'm able to do what I do, bro, and go, take these checks. And now this year that it's being bigger, I want to go with one of these big fucking, gold fucking Happy Gilmore checks and be like, here you go, like.
Hey, take pictures. Make sure you let us know.
Oh, you know what? At this point, Will, when I first started, I didn't even want to show the checks. But you know what, bro? Now I'm like, it's because of everybody. I have to show love for everybody that is donating because it's not just me. It's because of all of you and like this man Ray that helps families, like people that I went through. Baby Superman, what Jeff was explaining. Brother, when my daughter was in that ICU, do you know how hard it was to keep these eyes dry, go to work, come home, be mom and dad, cook, go to the ICU, sleep with her, go back to work? Trust me, this is why I started it. If I can make any life easier in any family in need in a situation, this is what I do it for. Because it's a situation that everybody is going through. Everybody goes through different things. Everybody has different struggles, but we all come together and we all help each other. And we can accomplish anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Hey, you hit the nail right on the head, man. You hit the nail right on the head. I'd be like, hey, when we work together, when everybody helps each other, be like, that's what this world's about, and that's what we're out here for, and the Black Hole family's out here for. I'd be like, I'm so happy that I heard $490. I'm like, holy cow! One-time donation, bang! I mean, like,
and then on top of that, the icing on the cake. He's not even a Black Hole member. He's not a Raiders fan. You know what I mean? That's just one of my homeboys that I've known. And he knows me and he knows my story. And come on, man, that's a beautiful donation. All I can keep saying is just thank you. Like, just thank you. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all fellas, y'all ready to talk a little Raiders football to finish off?
A few questions get popped up.
All right, Jeff, break it up. Let's go.
Let's see. So we've got
Ring.
Kenny Pickett or AOC, as Ron is asking.
Shit or shittier?
6'7", is that the? Do you think they say 6'7" or 6 something like that? Like juggling? Hey, honestly, I feel like let's be real about this. AOC for me. I'm sorry he lost his job this year as the backup QB. I mean, like he really did come out there and he didn't do well. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't think Kenny Pickett's that much better.
No.
I think we made a mistake by trading for a 5th-round pick. I think we could have got him as a released free agent. But for right now, we got to say Kenny Pickett because he's the only one that isn't injured.
Exactly. How many QBs did the Browns have anyways? Like what? 4 or 5?
They have like 10 QBs and none of them can start.
I'm going back to my original interview that I told you on your last podcast. You remember who it was? I said at this point, just put in Carlson.
Just put in Carlson.
Might as well.
Carlson at this fucking point, like shit.
Hey, get him caught up and learning how to, run the plays and run the offense. Might as well, shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yo, who do you got, Oscar? Kenny Pickett or AOC?
Honestly, you know what? I was a big fan of AOC last year when he was, doing good. And I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to him this year. I don't know if it was, Pete Carroll's offense, the way Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll run the offense. I don't know exactly what happened where AOC his numbers just went down after that. I was looking forward to seeing him, compete against Geno throughout camp, throughout, mini camp, throughout OTAs, through everything. But I guess Geno was a better quarterback at, getting the spot for number one, and then I was like, okay, well, fine. Geno's number one quarterback. Well, now it's AOC's time to shine and see what he can do at number 2. But he let us down, unfortunately. Even though Cam Miller, I don't know if we still have him. I haven't checked. I saw the notification earlier of who we released. But even if we have Cam Miller as a 3rd quarterback, we can develop him into being maybe number 2 eventually. And like you guys said, can Geno Smith stay healthy for the whole year? Who knows? You know what I mean? And it's all up in the air. With the AOC, yeah, he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. We've been hearing trade rumors that we want to cut him, we want to trade him, we want to get rid of him because he's not fitting in Chip Kelly's and Pete Carroll's offense style. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so why can't we just bring in a quarterback that fits into that offensive style that we have now with Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll? You know what I mean? And then we go and get Kenny Pickett, and like everybody's saying, we gave up a 5th-round pick when we could have picked him up off either the waivers list or, a free agency.
I agree.
But I don't know what, the GM is doing up in there. So I guess we just got to see what happens during the season.
Jeff.
I'm a little sidetracked right now. I'm sorry. I'm just reading. I'm reading some bullshit that I'm reading.
All right. Yeah.
I'll just go pick it.
You're going to go pick it?
I'm going to say this. The reason why I say this, we've seen what AOC can do. And on top of that, we've also seen what AOC can fucking do. And we're like, what the fuck? Throw the fucking ball. Like, exactly. To me, this is what I told my wife. How do you go from a starter's beating a good Patrick Mahomes and you struggling in preseason against people trying to get on the team?
Exactly. That's where I was confused. Is like, dude, you were once a starter, and you're the only QB that beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and you come in this year in preseason and fuck shit up for the whole team. You know what I mean? And it's just like, bro, what happened to you?
I thought it was DeMarcus Russell again. I was like, did he switch jerseys?
Probably. He went from what number is he? Number 12 to number 4 this year? I mean, to number 2? Man, I was like, I seen him, during preseason, the first few games against second stringers, third stringers, like giving up interceptions, and not scoring, and I'm just like, dude, like what happened to you?
Man, bro, you're getting intercepted by a guy that's like 5'7", 130 pounds, who's never gonna make a team. Like, the fuck?
Right.
Okay, shoot.
And it's like you said, he's losing against players that are trying to make the 53-man roster that don't even have a spot on the roster yet. You know what I mean? And they're trying to make a spot, so they're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna freaking ball my ass off, and hopefully I make a spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly.
All right, hey, Jeff, I see you squinting. We need some Jeff in here.
I don't even know what we were talking about. Sorry, I just saw something that just really steamed me. Nothing to do with you guys or anything. It's just some asshole that took one of my itinerary links and posted it to some local yahoos in the Boston area and just totally ripping the shit out of it. Like, oh, these people don't know what they're talking about. They're not from the area. It's like, listen, asshole, half the shit on there was presented by somebody that doesn't even live in the fucking area, and I just put it together for them. So go fuck your face. The people are coming from California. They're not coming from Connecticut to go watch the Patriots game and spend time in Boston. They're like, do they know the Scorpion Bar down the road from Gillette? Yeah, they tried getting it there, but they refused Mike because of the fact it's so close to the stadium. They basically told him to piss off. So, yeah, we knew that there's a Scorpion Bar close to the stadium. They don't also remember the fact that a lot of you guys coming in here are actually staying overnight in Boston. So they're like, they're going to go back to Boston for an after-game party? Well, yeah, everybody's staying up there anyway. They got to go back up that way. So what's the difference? Bunch of trolls.
MC Raider. Hey, MC, salute to MC Raider. I agree with you, bro. I love that I still have my Amari Cooper jersey still hanging up in my closet. I think that was the only good thing about that signing is that I can dust one of my jerseys coming out of that closet and saying, hey, man, you're coming out of retirement. Because it's been tough buying jerseys for Raiders players lately.
Hey, when's the last time you wore that jersey? And is it all dusty?
Hey, I'm wearing it week 1, bro. I'm wearing it week 1.
Okay,
Hey, we might as well bring everybody back to 2016.
Otherwise, people don't recognize me.
They don't recognize you without the mask? Yo,
Dude,
Velvet, we cannot wait for New England either.
Joe, we're in New Orleans. How many days did we get fucked up with each other? One day I have my mask on. He's like, take shots. And I go like this. And he looks at me and I go, I lift my mask. And he's like, what the fuck? Anthony is Predator is. And I'm like, and he's like, oh. And I'm like, bro, I've already had like 8 shots, bro. Like, I got to go to a football game.
That's a Raiders fan for you.
Hey, shout out to him, bro. That's our boy right there.
Yes, sir. Yo, Velvet, make sure that you hit up Jeff's link. He has all the stuff going down for New England.
She's one of the ones that I've been talking to.
Perfect. Hey, we're just letting her know.
Anybody that's in here that's been saying can't wait for New England, I've already talked to. Trust me, it's insane. If you look at the list of all the contacts I've had in the last few weeks, it's incredible now.
Ronnie, can we stop the madness? Ronnie, no, Cooper cannot bring the juice. We already talked about it earlier. He has hands of stone. He's not fast enough anymore to separate from the defender. And let's be real, his route running is just questionable.
Shit, we might as well bring back Ronaldo McClain at that point.
Right?
Hey, let's go, guys. I want Al Davis home. Hey, you already know. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna be taking a picture right in front, baby.
Right. Since we're bringing back Cooper, can we bring back Matt too? Shit.
This is where everybody's saying, right? You want to bring back Renfro?
Right?
See that
Might as well
message?
bring wrestling too.
Hey, we Velvet, don't be like lying for Jeff over here. We see this comment and we can 100% say that's faulty.
All right, and we're going to talk about bringing back old players. I vote Janikowski.
All right, we'll off the show.
Right?
We'll decided to leave for the night. So.
Oh,
I am done.
Yo. Oh,
Don't
what?
poke
She's
the bear, that's all. You poke the bear, then you
because I watch my Raider games with Martha Garcia.
but hey, most definitely. I made a plan. I'm going to see if I can get another member with me, but I know me and Wifey will definitely be joining you guys for a watch party out there in Grand Junction.
Oh, shoot, baby, come out. Hey, you guys are always welcome to come out. You guys already know what it is, man.
I got to make an appearance with the mask and go take pictures out there. You already know, baby.
Yes, sir. Wait. I did go back to that previous comment there, Jeff.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
It says Cooper couldn't succeed with Josh.
Yeah, I seen that.
Unleashed Rebel, 100%, bro. 100%. Josh Allen, is superior at the quarterback position, and Cooper still couldn't cut the cheese, baby. How is he gonna be better with Gino?
Exactly.
Nobody let us know.
Right? That's like the comment, like you said, comment of the night. Like, how are you gonna, go from Josh Allen to Gino? Josh Allen's like an elite quarterback for the Bills,
And then we're gonna expect Amari Cooper to produce better?
Exactly.
The only time I love Josh Allen is on my fantasy football. Otherwise, fuck him.
Hey, I feel the same way. I'd be like, you know what? On my fantasy league, I'm like, yeah, you go. But when we play, I'm like, fuck you.
Bad. Hey. What?
There you go.
You're right, Jeff. Ah.
I don't know. I don't remember even who was on. Oh, he had back. Hollins was up there at the. Wasn't he up? Yeah, he was in Buffalo last season.
Yeah.
He's now in New England.
Yeah.
That's a guy I wish we would have brought back.
I wish we would have kept him too.
Just
I
kept
would
him.
have taken Matt Hollins back without a doubt.
Okay, let me throw something random out there.
Oh shoot! Here we go.
Brian Derek Carr, any year
What's up,
with any 9 years with Derek Carr, you can give him any old receiver back. Who would you give and why? Me, Crabtree. Him and Crabtree, the way they were together, winning those games, those last-minute games, and just that connection, that's my personal opinion. Will, who you got?
The best receiver we've had with him is you're probably right. It's Crabtree. Crabtree is hands down the best receiver we've had. What up, Steve? Let's crack the TBH Sacramento in the motherfucking house, baby.
Hey, yo, Steve, where's your BP?
Yeah, and you're right, man. I mean, like, Crab was definitely the best receiver we've had since Derek Carr's time. I mean, like, I don't see any other receivers saying they're a true number one.
And think about how many comebacks he came with him. Last minute fucking drives.
Let's just put it like that.
2 seconds left on the clock.
But I'm going to tell you like this. Name a receiver that's a number one receiver that we've had since Crabtree. A legit number one. Name one.
That was my vote.
I can't think of one that we've had a solid wide receiver that's number one since Crabtree and Carr have left. I don't think we've had one. We can't find one. We thought we had it with Ruggs, but then he goes and does that stupid shit, driving drunk. Like, dude.
That's the name I didn't want to say, what Apokasi just said, but that's who I was thinking is the probably the closest.
You mean the traitor? Look at Kennedy called that man a traitor.
He still played. He still balled out when he was with Carr. You got to give him that.
I'm going to tell you.
Besides that, Devontae, hands down, is still overall a better wide receiver than Crabtree could have a plan on being.
I can agree to that.
No. I'm talking about just with the Raiders. I'm talking about with Derek Carr.
Yeah, with Derek Carr.
But you can't say that he's not a better wide receiver, period. You can't deny what he's been prior to.
No, and I'm not denying that fact.
Halfway through.
No. The question was, who was the best receiver you think was a connection with Carr? Not who was the better overall receiver.
I would still say Devontae over Carr. Crabtree.
Over Crabtree?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Because when Carr was here and Devontae was here, when they played that full season together, they were on the money. They still had good chemistry and they got it done. He still did better than prior. If you look up the stats, I guarantee the stats were probably better than what Crabtree had.
Probably,
yeah.
I can agree with that. I think Devontae, you're right. He's a great receiver when he came here. Just the production when he came here didn't exist. He didn't do squat with us. It's like when we had Randy Moss.
That's when Carr was the quarterback. When Carr was here with him, they were fine. There was no problem. It was right after Carr was gone. That's when everything started. Because we had just shit quarterbacks. So first of all, that's going to hurt him regardless, And then he just freaked out halfway through the season. He just didn't want to be here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I still say Devontae was still the best quarterback during the Carr era. The best wide receiver during the Carr's era with us. There's no two ways about it.
I can agree with you. I can agree that he was the best. I just don't feel like when he came here, the production was the best.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Devontae was definitely a number one wide receiver. Crabtree really wasn't. Maybe?
I don't know about that. Crab came over already, and he had already built his repertoire over there. I forget who he went with. The 49ers at first, right?
He was with the Niners, yeah.
Yeah, and he had already built himself as a number one there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's just it, too. Again, how can you take that away from them that season? That season that he was here, the two of them together, it was a good season. It was good statistic-wise. It was like Rebel just said, it was one of his best years.
Yeah.
And let's not forget 2016 before Carr broke down.
Yeah. Now we got him back.
Yeah.
There's no Carr this time.
He's
still there. Fuck, we could still try and bring him back too. I'm surprised people haven't pushed people over the internet.
Stop right there. No.
Hey, don't worry. They'll start posting that soon.
I say the only way we bring Carr back, bring him back, let him throw one fucking pass at home and be like, retire, motherfucker.
No, you don't.
I retire.
Now, I'm fine with Carr coming back, signing a one-day contract or a 1 minute contract and retires a Raider.
Exactly.
I'm fine with that. He gets a 30-second contract.
Right?
Yeah.
Do a press conference. You got 45 minutes.
And then just announce your retirement and then just go.
Yeah, that's it. He does. In my opinion, he's earned that right. Because everything he's done in the NFL, because he didn't do shit while he was in New Orleans. Everything he did in the NFL, he is still our leading passer, regardless of whether you like him or not. He still holds all those records. Granted, he doesn't have any playoff wins, but that's besides the point. But he's still statistically the number one quarterback for this team, whether you like it or not. Does he belong?
I'm not hating on him.
No, I don't think so.
I actually wish that he could have had a good coach for more than a few years. He was our quarterback for 9, and he had 6, 7 coaches. How many different receivers did he have? How many different systems did he have to learn year after season after season? It's like, and right when something starts getting good, that player gets traded. We're gonna bring this old fuck in that does nothing.
Man,
exactly. And again, it's a guy that wanted to be here too. He wanted to be a Raider for his entire career. He didn't want to leave.
Yeah, he did.
It was McDaniels.
It just so happened that we had a dumbass guy that we hired.
No, we did him dirty. We did him dirty.
He dismantled the playoff team, plain and simple. He took a team that was ready for the playoffs, and to make long runs into the playoff going forward. Just needed some extra position fill, and we were just tore it apart, just destroyed it. I mean, you mean to tell me that Garoppolo's an upgrade from Derek Carr? Get out of here.
No.
Yeah, no.
Hey, let's just be real. He didn't have a plan.
He did what he did in San Francisco, Garoppolo, because of that damn defense. Wasn't much with the offense. It was the running game, and it was their defense. Their defense was out of this world at that point. So that's what kept them in games. That's why he didn't have to score 30 points a game, because their defense would hold teams to 20 points or less. You know, that's the difference. You put a defense out there, your quarterback's automatically going to look better because he doesn't have to bring the team down and score 30 points on average a game to win. He can win with less points. You know?
Dude,
Well, let's be real, too. I mean, everybody keeps going back to saying AOC beat the Chiefs. It wasn't AOC that beat the Chiefs. It's the Raiders' run game and their defense that beat the Chiefs.
It was all those backs we got.
And that's where people go and say whatever they want. But at the same time, I'm like, we got to be real with it, right? Say, hey, there's a lot of remedies that say, hey, a good defense can always help a low-scoring offense, and that's what we had for the last couple of years.
And like the saying says, defense wins you championships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely,
we got to upgrade our defense. Yeah, we got Crosby. You know what I mean? Well, he's not going anywhere. You know, we're building around him, the defense. Now we need a quarterback that's a stable quarterback. Now we can rebuild our offense around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait.
Can we find a stable quarterback?
But also look with Crosby. First we got him Chandler Jones. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Got him Wilkins. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And they got paid too. Those fuckers got paid.
Yeah, they did.
Absolutely. Yo, so can you put that when it says Raider Nation? Yes, please stop making AOC sound like a young sitting behind Montana. I'm guessing you're saying like Steve Young sitting behind Montana. Yeah, I think we have a lot of that. I think a lot of people were wanting to see AOC be successful. I think a lot of people were saying, hey, they saw potential, right? And they wanted the kid to have success. But let's be real. Nobody's out here saying that, he's Steve Young sitting behind Joe Montana, that this guy was going to take us to the promised land. I think everybody knew that he was going to be a 2.
Yeah.
Bro, if that was the case, why didn't we get trade offers?
Bro, you're going to have some of that.
Somebody was like, hey, you guys want to trade for AOC? And then there was a bunch of crickets.
Yeah, exactly.
Matter of fact, I think the college hit him up and was like, hey, you want to come back?
No, Afakasi, I'm the only one here from the New England chapter. Oscar is from the Central Valley chapter. He's the president there. Will is from
the Western Colorado chapter.
Western Colorado. And what chapter are you with, Fred?
I'm Albuquerque. I'm Sergeant at Arms. I am not president or VP. I'm Sergeant at Arms.
But he's also known as the Predator. Afakasi, actually, he's Australia. He's an Australian. He's going to be coming out for the Raiders LA Chargers game in LA. So he's coming out here for that. So I've been on shows with him many a times. He's been on my shows. I've been on his. He's done stuff with Leo. He's done stuff with a lot of the guys that you see Leo and I, do, in our circle that we deal with, like Jay from Just Raiders Baby. He's been on shows with him too. So he's very well known. So when he comes out here to LA for that game, so he's going to, if you're there, you'll probably bump into him. If you see Leo, you're probably going to see him. So he'll be
if that's your boy, tell him to hit my DM. I'll send him a patch. I'll send him a little package. All the way from Australia.
Dude, he's I'll tell you what, during the off season, on Sundays, I started doing it probably like maybe a couple of months later, but what he does is he does the old school Tecmo Bowl. We stream Tecmo Bowl, so we'll play against each other for it. And the price for losing is you got to eat this shit.
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
Vegemite.
Vegemite?
It's a delicacy in Australia. I'll show you. This is what it looks
walk
like.
around with a boomerang all day or what?
Dude, I can smell it from here already, and that jaw's like about 3 feet away from me. That's what it looks like. It looks like axle grease.
Fucking liquid Viagra?
Basically, if you were to take like fish guts, take a scoop of seawater, put it in a blender, and then throw some mud into it, that's pretty much what it probably tastes like, and it smells like. It's horrible. So you can tell I've lost quite a few by how much is missing out of it already, too. So it's nasty.
Yo,
It's so bad.
Apocasi,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how does it work?
you know what? Since you're gonna come to LA, Apocasi, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna send our boy Cheeto a black hole shirt from our club, so that way you can take a shirt home from our club, and we'll see if we can't get you more than one shirt, brother, to represent different clubs out where you're from.
Well, let me know. Hey, I'll put some stuff in. Let's put a package for him. I mean, if he's going all the way back to Australia, hey, take our stuff. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we might be talking to a possible president chapter at Australia.
Oh, we already have one. Justin
Oh,
Smith.
shit, my bad.
See, he's excited now, too, because Australia, one of the international companies for the countries for the Raiders. So, at some point we're going to be playing a game or hosting a game in Australia.
I got
So when that
information on that. If you guys need info, I got some inside scoop about a game in New Zealand or Australia possibly happening within the next couple of years. So if you guys want to link up, make sure you hit me up because I will be going to that game.
Well, can you let me know so I can start an OnlyFans?
I'm letting you know right now. If we have the Raiders game in Australia, I will be there, bro.
Hell yeah, mate.
He said double X.
Double X, I got you, baby. I got you.
Yeah, man, I got you on some stickers. I got you on a patch. I got you on a Predator card. I'll send you some stuff, man. I'll even send you a flag out of my personal collection. Won't tell you which one. It'll be a surprise, but I got you, bro.
Yeah, dude, he's so awesome, man. I hooked up with him halfway I'd say maybe about halfway through the season last year, doing shows with him and getting him on with us and shit. And I'll tell you what, one of the nicest guys I've ever met on doing the YouTube thing.
I've seen him on your guys' channel. Cool
talk
cat.
about passionate, but I'm telling you, talk about passionate for the Raiders. His reaction to Zamir is classic. Based on how the season ended and what we finished with, like a run yardage total with the 2.3, and how, oh my God, talk about him getting fired up. Get him talking about Zamir last season. I think he's probably laxed a little bit based on how he looked in preseason. He's a little bit more like, all right, let's see where this goes. Yeah, it's funny.
Pull up.
Yeah, give it to him. Yeah, hang on.
Yo, fellas. Hey, so let's go here. It says we got some football questions. Hey, it said Dylan Labe made the roster. Special teams go. What you feel about that, man? Jeff, what's your feeling on Labe?
Huh?
What's your feeling on Dylan Labe?
I don't have a problem with him. I kind of like the kid. I wish Collier would have actually stayed. I like the way Collier ran the ball, man. I'm sorry. I thought he ran the ball great for what he was doing, for the chances he was given. He looked solid.
I agree.
I honestly thought Mostert was going to be on the bubble, to be honest with you.
But as soon as I saw Mostert not producing, like literally on the third string, I was concerned because I was like, man, this guy came in from being a number one for the Dolphins. Now you're at the number 3 spot for the Raiders. Zeus didn't really prove anything last year. And we just drafted Genty, which means like you should be the number 1-2 punch. but that never did happen with him, and I'm like, hey. But I'm kind of scratching my head with Dylan Labe because I'm like, I really feel like, yes, special teams wise, he did great, but he really didn't show anything coming out of the backfield.
It's too small.
You think so?
Because in all honesty, if he has the room and he has the speed, he's good. But that little contact, the defender don't move. He moves back.
Yeah, we
I think he's too small. Honestly, I think he's too small. I think he's good. He's maybe good for like a 2, maybe a 3, but I don't think honestly, I don't think he's NFL material, my personal opinion.
Well, I'm going with what Ricky says too. I think it's the special teams that solidified his position.
I agree.
Because you got to look at it. This is the thing this season with the change in the rules for the kickoffs. If you watch most of the teams during the preseason, they didn't go with the traditional defensive backs or wide receivers out there returning these kicks. And I'll tell you, this is my take on why, is because a running back is his natural ability is to make cuts and juke and jive. You don't see that with wide receivers because they're too tall, they're too lanky. Defensive backs aren't geared that way, even though they're built the size of a running back. A running back, when you're kicking the ball off and they're forced to return it because they're not kicking it out of bounds, and you're having to return it, I'd rather have a running back there doing it because he can see holes. He knows what he's looking for as he's going, and he can make the cuts to make guys miss. So you're going to – I'm telling you right now, anybody that does fantasy football, keep an eye on defenses this year because if your league does returns, kick returns and punt returns, you get the touchdowns on the defensive side and it's not individual based, defenses are going to be more valuable this year because you're going to see more kickoff returns for touchdowns and possibly punts. Kickoffs for sure because you've got a longer distance between you and the team, the kicking team. You can make your moves way ahead of time. They have to react to you. You know where you're going, in that open space. And you're smaller, you're wiry, you can move better. That's why a lot of these teams went with running backs. I wasn't crazy about Genty out there doing that. That scared the shit out of me. I don't like that because I don't want to put our number one running back out there with the chance of getting beat up on a kickoff return, because you're running full speed, and these guys are running full speed at you. That's why they did away with the wedge in the first place. You can't do any more 2 guys running side by side, First, remember the other what it used to be. It was like a death collision.
Well, speaking of
run at each other as hard as we can.
The way he scares me is the way he holds the ball. He reminds me of a young Jacobs because he's used to holding it that college way, but it's like, how many times did he already drop it? And it's just preseason. He's not going against those real people trying to get him. He's not got those number 1 linebackers going at his head.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of scares me too, but I mean, hopefully he learns how to, hold it and, hold it right and run the rock.
Hey, so Raider P says, is today's cut the end for McCormick or just another year of squad work? Pete likes a diverse running back room, so he has his star, his big playmaker, and his hammer in Genty, Moser, and White.
So
I get what he's saying. I think McCormick will. It's either going to be him or Collier is going to be on the practice squad. It's going to be either one of the two.
Goes back to the practice squad.
Huh?
And I'm telling you, Moster didn't impress me, so don't expect Moster to be there. I think didn't he get cut?
No, Moster's still on. You're talking as McCormick,
that's
not
right.
Moster.
Yeah, but I'll be like, I just don't see Moster as a guy that's going to be in the mix a lot. I see Genty and White being the 2 heavy hitters in this backfield. Mostert's going to be like that third down back, or the guy that catches the ball out of the backfield when Genty's too tired. That's what I see.
But is it going to be Zamir White the half season when he was that Zamir White, or is it going to be the following season Zamir White?
That is the question. From what we're seeing, let's be real. Zamir White is excelling in the power game. And they're running the power game with them, dude. I'd be like, you see the pulling guards right in front of him, and all he does is hit the hole. Yep. Mostert is 2025 Marcel Reese. Agreed.
Hey, he told us how he really feels.
He said Marcel Reese 2.0.
Right?
He's a Marcel.
Ronnie, I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
I agree with.
White is
I think
definitely
Zamir
Reese.
looked great this year in preseason. I think he did
Agreed.
a great job. He earned his spot. I totally think he did.
And I'm going to tell you what, Pete Carroll did the right thing with him, man. When he came in and told him, I don't want you to change anything. I don't want you to change who you are. I just want you to be the hammer. Go in there and pound the rock. And I think that makes a big difference for him, especially since he doesn't have to read where to go. Literally, they're just telling him, hit this hole as hard as you can and hit it like a freight train.
Yeah, because we know we can't move cuts.
There we
There he
go.
is.
Oh, what's up, baby?
What's going on, gang? How are we, brothers? Jeff,
Good,
Oscar, Will, and Predator. Nice to meet you guys.
How you doing, man?
Brother?
So to the chat, how are we, gang?
What's up, brother? How you been?
Samir. Good, man. Good. Been busy of late. That's why you haven't really seen me on the scene as much. As you just mentioned, I'm coming to LA, so I've been, hustling, doing my thing, getting as much money together as I can before my trip in November. So, yeah.
Okay.
What week is that? What week is that game?
8, 9.
No.
It's after the bye week, right?
Yeah, it's after the bye week. I think
I don't have the schedule up. I don't have it.
I don't have it either.
You guys talking about Samir White?
Yeah, we are. My favorite player.
Look, I will say this: like my criticism last season and the off season, I felt was justified, being that. Get this, okay? You already know 2.8 yards per carry, more fumbles than he had touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like that's unacceptable. But it was also stemming from the fact that rushing attack in general, and this is for you old heads too, that was statistically, in terms of yards total, the worst rushing attack we've had, even going back as far as the 80s. So that's 45 years. Because in the 80s, we had Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson. Throughout the course of the 90s, there was only one season that was close, and that was 93, when we had the likes of McCullum and Robinson in between Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, and then going to Napoleon Kaufman and Harvey Williams, you know what I'm saying? And even they rushed for more yards with one less game than last season's rushing attack. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my criticism stems from. However, I will say Zamir, he's been putting in the work in the offseason. He's been doing his thing, and he played well enough. I won't say he lit the house on fire in preseason, but well enough to earn a roster spot. So kudos to him. I just hope he can do better in the regular season when his numbers is called.
I like this comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
This comment right here.
13. Week 13 it is.
Week 13.
Week
No,
13.
and you know what? I agree with that comment, Jeff. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm right there, but I can't. Is it Afri? I can't say the name. What was your
Afrakazi.
Africa?
You can call me Afrakazi or AR if you struggle. AR.
I agree with AR. That's a lot easier for me. Hey, I agree with AR. Look at this, though. But I'm going to tell you this. It's like Getsy had a zone scheme. Getsy didn't understand how to use his personnel. Okay. Zeus excels in the power game. In college, when he played at Georgia, he comes from the power game. When you get guys like that, you have to put them in situations where they're going to excel, where they can do what they do best. Am I correct? And Getsy did not do that, man. I think a lot of the problem with the running game last year had to do with who we chose as offensive coordinator. And for you for people to tell me that Getsy was the best option at that time, hey, man, we all know you're full of shit if that's the truth.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That dumbass was trying to use a power runner as a speed runner, like you said.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, I can accept him being a little bit worse than what he'd produced before. But 2.8 yards per carry on 60 carries, more fumbles than touchdowns. He was historically awful. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was heavily critical. But look, here we are now, okay? It's a new season. He's made the roster. Kudos to him. He played well enough in preseason. I just want to see it translate in the regular season, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
See how fired up he just got now? That's mild compared to how it was towards the end of the season when you start. If you were on a panel with him and somebody in the chat or somebody on the show even started to say the Z word, he'd be like, ah! And that was it. He'd just go off. It was great.
I agree with the frustration. Bro, I agree with the frustration. Last year, the inability to run the football killed us. And that
like
was
I said, historically bad. You go back to even the 90s and the 80s or the 2000s, the 2010s. It was never that bad.
They are. Let's be real. Our play calling was historically bad. I mean, when we brought in Getsy, we knew that he had they were like, oh, they have the number one running offense. And I'm like, that's because of the quarterback you have. And he's running for his life. With Justin Fields, what's the quarterback for the Bears, he led the team in rushing. And that's the whole point when people were like, oh, we signed Getsy. He's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, get out of here, bro. We made a mistake.
I think we settled with Getsy last year, but at the end of the day, look, last year was last year, right? Let's put that behind us because that's the season we'd all like to forget. We're moving forward with a new regime and a new scheme, and for the most part, a new roster. Let's see how it all unfolds, right?
Yeah. But let's just be real. Hey, AR, has the running game not looked better this preseason?
To be honest, like it's not like it's been lighting the house on fire. Like it wasn't significantly impressive in the preseason. If I'm going to be honest, it's been better. But at the end of the day, that's not saying much. Like I said, it was historically bad last year. It's a very low bar, you know what I'm saying?
But we have to look forward, right? We have to say, hey, is it getting better or is it getting worse?
Yes, it's going to be better.
And I agree with Ricky Bears.
Properly, right?
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, what killed us was not getting Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Right here.
He changes the game for us at offensive coordinator, not because he's some type of offensive guru, but he's a guy that uses his guys to the maximum of their ability.
Exactly.
Don't use that word, Will. Last time we had an offensive guru, it turned into some offensive bullshit.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't say that. Don't say that, Will. That's a bad word. We don't use that no more.
Nobody
likes to use
that. Let's be real. On this panel, who really thought McDummy was going to come out there and be a good coach after he already messed up in Denver?
He was never my guy, even before we were looking for a head coach. People were throwing his name. Never my guy. I gave him a chance only because we hired him.
Bam. Thank you.
I think never. Not even mine. I never liked the guy. I was like, why bring him in of all coaches?
I looked at it like buying new toilet paper.
Exactly. The only reason I see that people are like, oh, well, he was behind Belichick. And, I'm like, okay, but he was in New England behind Belichick. But you guys got to understand, Belichick is a different coach compared to McDummy. McDummy was the offensive coordinator. He had freaking Tom Brady as his quarterback, So who's freaking out there coaching him up? Belichick? And then we go and hire McDummy, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, because he was under, Belichick, and I'm sure Belichick freaking, rubbed off on him, and look what he did to us. Fucked us all up.
I was hoping me being from New England, he is the last person I even thought. I don't care if there were no other coaches in the entire world other than him available. I would have been absolutely not.
Right.
He failed in Denver. What the hell were we even thinking about bringing him in here? And again,
exactly.
And it started with that press conference. That was a phony-ass press conference.
His time in Denver was like a decade ago before we signed. So I, for one, look, I didn't want him, but at the end of the day, I was like, look, okay, we hired him. Hopefully he'd learned his lessons, right? With maturity and time, he'd learned his lessons. But no, he most certainly did not.
He was worse. He was worse. Hey, how bad he was. He was actually worse with us than he was with Denver.
Exactly.
Well, when you look at it, we are still digging ourselves out of the hole that he created.
Yeah,
The
That's
whole
it.
regime
Yeah,
created.
yeah,
Because before he was
offensive
hired,
guru,
we went to the
contract
playoffs,
guru.
and for him to take a playoff team and nosedive us back into the Stone Age to where we are, here we are today, still digging our way out of it. 3 years later.
When
We're still on
Mark
rebuild mode.
When Mark Davis hired him, one of the things I said, now this is before I even did YouTube, so unfortunately I didn't know any of these at that point. I said, when we hired him, he's already set us back 5 years. And where are we right now? We're 3.5 years in, and we're still, like AR just said, we're still in a rut. Until this season starts to produce, we're still behind the 8 ball. He sunk us with the
he did.
No, absolutely. But and let's be real. He set us back he set us back a decade. He had no plan. You bring in Jimmy G to replace DC, who's a downgrade.
Right?
You come in, you change the total scheme. You don't put players in the right position. You rub guys the wrong way. You send guys home. I'd be like, he destroyed the infrastructure of the team. And it's like AR said, if you had a decade before where you watched him do this in Denver, what in the right mind makes you think that it's going to be different when he comes to Denver?
Back to what I said.
Look at his draft capital.
Use toilet paper.
And look at the draft capital we got out of the McDaniels area. Which one of those guys is cornerstones of our team?
None.
In the two years that he drafted, what, Tyree Wilson, Michael Mayer, Byron Young, Zamir Wyatt, are these guys cornerstones of our team?
None.
Did we get anybody who's worth a damn out of those 2 draft classes?
The only one right now, and the jury's still kind of out, would be Michael Mayer. Only because he's got more
No, the jury's not out. The jury's not out. He's already second string.
But what I'm getting at, you're going to see more of him this year because of the system we're going to be running, where he's going to be more involved.
Well, he better. I mean, a second-round draft investment, and if you're telling me 400 yards in 2 seasons and 2 touchdowns is worthy of a second-round draft investment that we traded up for, absolutely not. So I hope you're right, Jeff. I hope he does.
Well, here's how I look at this. I feel better with him being our second-round pick than the guy we took in the same draft at number 1. In the first round, being Tyree. We're starting year 3 with him, and we're still sitting here. I want to see something, not like with Mayer. It's the fact of the system just wasn't right, quarterback play and everything. It wasn't because of his natural given ability and talent. And Tyree, he's just shown absolutely nothing. And when he does show nothing, it's because he's unblocked half the time, or the running.
But in all fairness, didn't he have like a medical or a family situation last year?
He had a mental health issue last year, so he missed.
I don't know what it was. I just know he left for personal reasons. So that's why I was asking.
Whatever the case may be, he needs to produce better. Because, like I said, 400 and what yards in 2 seasons, 2 touchdowns. You cannot sell me that that's even top 30 numbers when it comes to tight ends in the league. We have drafted tight ends in previous years in round 4, 5, or whatever. Guys like Michael Rivera and Foster Moreau, who produced more than that. Yeah, the guy we drafted in the second round.
Hey, I couldn't agree with you more, man.
He has the God-given talent. He just needs to produce. You know what I'm saying?
It's 100% AR. AR is hitting the nail on the head consistently right now. I'd be like, let's be real. 100%. The dude is a second-round draft pick, and he's come here and done nothing. And a rookie gets drafted the year right after you, and what do? You sit on the bench, you complain about stuff, and guess what? Your spot gets taken. And you know what? I don't know if Chip Kelly's going to need to move on, because I know in the spread offense, you use a lot of 11 personnel. That's one tight end, one back. Unless he comes out of 21 personnel, the whole ton load this year, or 22 personnel, you might not see our second-round draft pick that we spent all this, or moving up on, drafting him up higher than we probably should have, and seeing him not get results. That's honestly what we can see.
Well, look, I think we're just going to have to come to terms with, I'll happily come to terms. Brock Bowers is our guy. He's our tight end number 1, period, unequivocally. So all Mayer needs to do is do his part and play well in spots. He doesn't have to be the star guy at tight end. We've got then Bowers. Only, God willing, it doesn't happen. If Bowers has to miss some time because of injury or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then he needs to come in and step his game up in a major way. You know what I'm saying? Because this is his third season. It's like I keep saying, you get 2 seasons for concessions for development. Okay, you know what I mean? And he's been underwhelming. This is your 3rd year. You need to step up and produce.
But AR, let's be
not
real.
only that, like you said, we got Bowers. Look what he did with men's shit, AOC, Carter. He had 3 shitty quarterbacks, and he's still rookie of the year. Beat the fucking record. Yeah. So let's get him that QB. And maybe him and Gino can hit that connection. Because if he can play that well and break a record with 3 shitty quarterbacks, let's give him a decent one. Let's give him one good one. Let's see what he can do.
Right. No, and I agree. Right. But here's my thing, AR. We spent a 2nd-round draft pick on that.
We traded up for it. We traded up for it.
Yeah. So when and we all know if you're a top 3 pick in the first 3 rounds, you should be a starter on this team.
Exactly.
By year 3. By year 3 at the very least.
Yeah.
At the
in
very
the first
least.
3 rounds, you draft
exactly.
starter. This guy's not a starter. He hasn't come in and proved that he's worthy of that number 2 pick. He really needs to come in this year and just show out. I'd be like, it's either make it this year or we need to look for a trade partner immediately. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but on that, who are you thinking in a trade for him, and what value can we get for him?
The value? You're right. That the value is going to be less.
Like what did they say earlier? I wouldn't drink a bag of hot Cheetos. I don't even think I give him a 40-ounce of beer, bro. Like old English for that.
For who? And after this season, he's only got 1 year left on his rookie deal. So teams would just likely wait it out and wait till he hits free agency, rather than if he was worth anything, if someone's gonna come into the table and say, he's only got 1 year left on his contract, we'll give you a 6th or 7th rounder. That's all he's gonna be worth.
Okay, but AR, let me ask you this, do you think it'd be worth that 6th or 7th round pick, or do you think it's worth giving him a whole nother season to see what he can do?
No.
Okay.
Honestly,
get rid of him.
Look, as it stands, is it worth it now? Ian Thomas, he's okay, but like if we had a competent backup, then whatever. But like, I'm willing to ride it out this season. At the very least, we have a guy who has the talent. He just needs to put it together. That's where my criticism stems from, is that he has not produced. Whatever way you want to cook it or cut it, whether it was coaching, whether it was his mental health issues, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like I pointed out before, 400 plus yards in 2 seasons, only 2 touchdowns. That's not good enough.
Bro, I think I got more than that in my elementary season.
Michael Rivera did that in his rookie year, and we drafted him what? Round 5?
I believe so.
No, and that's the tough part, man. I mean, like, we see all these talented guys getting drafted highly. Tyree Wilson, not producing. You got Mayers, not producing. All these draft picks that have come in lately have not produced, have not hit, have not stayed. The one that we had was Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
And we let him go somewhere else. I don't understand that part, but I'm going to tell you right now, my biggest concern this year, from what I saw with the cuts, was that we're cutting a lot of players that we drafted.
2 guys.
Yeah, we are.
In Cam,
well, didn't we cut Miller? We cut Cam Miller. We cut Louis Tossi, right?
He wasn't drafted.
Oh, Tossi wasn't drafted. He was just signed.
He's the international player program guy. So we're banking that he'll play waivers and he'll come back to the practice squad, which is where ideally I'd like him to be. Let him sit and develop and hone his craft, rather than having him on a roster spot. And like, as much as I liked what I saw, and he has all the intangibles to produce in time, You know what I'm saying? Like he's only played 3 games of American football, period, at any level. You know what I'm saying? So he needs time to sit and hone his craft, and he can be great with the potential that he showed for us in such a short amount of time. Because, like I said, like they're banking on him clearing waivers, and that maybe there might be a team that's going to take a chance and say, you know what, you've only got a small body of work, you've only played the game 3 games, but we like what you've done so far, and we see great things in you, and they're going to risk putting him on the main roster. But that's what I feel like. That's the only reason why we cut him. It's just so we can stash him away on the practice squad, let him hone his craft. That would be the ideal scenario.
I thought because he was an international option.
We have an IPP roster spot.
I don't. Maybe I didn't read it right. I thought he was still solidified, and he didn't count towards the 53, and we didn't have to.
I think it still works that like you either have to make the full roster, or if you clear waivers, you go back to that international player spot. I mean, I could be wrong, but that for me is why it makes sense as to why they would have cut him. Otherwise, if what you're saying is true, that like there was no need to cut him just to keep him designated as that international player program player, then it wouldn't make any sense to cut him. But I believe I'm right. That's why they cut him, so they can.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have read it wrong when I first read it, because I looked into that.
Might be wrong.
It was a question that kept coming up as he was getting more, notice time. Like, people were talking about him, and so I'm like, well, let me look into this. And I mustn't have read it right. I thought he didn't even have to be touched. Like, we didn't even have to address that he's part of the 53. He's just like in a special bracket on his own, like any of the international players.
That's what I thought.
I believe you still you either have to make the full main roster 53, otherwise you have to clear waivers and then go back to that designated spot.
I agree.
Which is ideally where he should stay.
Agreed.
I like what I see. He needs more time. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, how many times have we got rid of a player, brought them back to a practice squad, or re-signed them at a cheaper price? And sometimes they saved us money because they didn't produce. Sometimes it might have been like, oh shit, we saved us money, but he actually did pretty good.
I think it would be the same money. That international. I mean, I don't know the monetary values to it, but like I don't know. I'm just speaking out loud. That's just how I feel. Like it makes sense. You get what I'm saying?
No,
and Ja Reed is right too. The Eagles, and look what they got. What was it Mayalata?
Right. He was a guy I believe they drafted in the first round. Correct?
Was it a first round draft pick for him?
I think so.
That's going to be who they're talking
about. Fellas, I'll be right back. Back.
Okay.
At the end of the day, look, he needs time to develop his craft and see what happens, rather than expect him to make the roster and contribute immediately. Because for one, I'm not expecting that, and that's unfair. You know what I mean? So yeah, look, I'm confident in seeing him return, and the likes of the other guys that to what was his name? Sorry, the guy who just left.
No,
Will, to Will's point, like we cut some guys that we drafted in Cam Miller and Tommy Millard, and I actually, when I did my mock final roster show with my guy on 6, shout out to him, we predicted that they would get cut, and we would try and again like stash them on the practice squad, being that they both didn't look ready and were very unimpressive in the preseason, and the practice squad is a more viable spot for them to stay, and it looks like they've done that. They've cut them, and I don't doubt that they're going to be wanting to bring them back and stash them on said practice squad. I mean, for me, it's like, well, did they do enough for any of these other teams to say, you know what, we're going to take a chance on these guys? And if they do, so what? These are 6th and 7th round guys. I'm not going to cry spilt milk over 6th and 7th round guys.
No, but that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, just because we get these guys and they look good in college, don't mean that they're going to be good in this next level. And why are we going to take the time and be like, oh, we're going to hype this guy up? And it's like, this guy plays like shit. Like you said, I'd rather show me what you got on the practice squad. If you have to get bumped up because somebody gets hurt, show me what you can do. If not, then yeah, I agree with you, Wayar.
Say him a lot. Say he made the roster. How are we going to use him? We're not going to use him in spots at wide receiver. We're going to have it looks like Lobby or whoever else returning, on returns, and we've got Lobby and Darian Porter as our gunners on special teams. So what's Tommy Malott going to do except for sit on the bench? You know what I mean?
Take the roster
we might as well. we might as well just keep him on the practice squad. Let him hone his craft there, and Cam Miller, rather than just taking up a roster spot for a guy. Even our fifth wide receiver will be able to come in like Cooper or whoever else is going to produce more than Tommy Mellott in his rookie year, right?
Well, here's how they had him lined up. He was before he was cut, he was the fourth string kicker and punt return. But on the offensive side, he was the number 2 in the slot. It went Jacoby, Millott, Bachman, and then Shedrick Jackson. All 3 of those guys are gone. All 3 of them got cut.
Oh, well.
You know, so right
but
now.
What expectations did you really have from them?
I would have thought we would have possibly kept Shedrick Jackson. I mean, I thought that kid showed a little bit of promise.
I agree with you on that one, but the other two, it's like AR said, why? Like, if you can't even make our practice squad, like, why are we going to keep you around?
Well, who was our 5th string wide receiver at the moment? Would it be Amari Cooper? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
is any of those guys that we cut, Bachman, Shedrick Jackson, as much as I liked what I saw from those young guys in preseason, or Tommy Miller, are those guys? Are you willing to bet that those guys would be productive than even Amari Cooper, who's he's past his prime, but I'm willing to bet the house that he's going to do more than what they would be able to contribute, even if it is just spots.
Well, we have 5 wide receivers. We got Thornton, Tucker, and Jacoby. There's your 3 starters, and the backups are Cooper and Betch. That's it.
Right.
Everybody else is gone.
So Cooper's not even making number 1 receiver.
Just let him develop. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Because
so we brought in Cooper to be what, sitting bench as well, and we have Jacoby still. He's still trying to be a drama queen and asking to be traded, like Devontae.
I guess Jacoby's just wait to be seen, right? Like if we trade him, we trade him. If we don't, we don't.
Oh, wait a minute. Did he not get cut? Wait a minute.
I was going to say, I still see Beck. Do you see that right now? I'm looking at that right now.
Are you talking about Besh? What about Besh?
Oh, wait, sorry. Hold on.
I don't think he was cut. I thought I saw the list in there.
No, Betch
he's still there, right?
Betch wasn't cut. Hang on, I'm bringing it back up again. I just had to refresh that.
It's Jacoby Myers, Besh, Thornton, Cooper, and Tucker. That's our 5.
Why am I not seeing? Oh, because this list sucks. I don't like the way this one's laid out. Someone's missing on it. Because what I'm looking at shows cut plays today were Cam, Collier, McCormick, Bachman, Callaway, Dorsett, Jackson Jr., Keytron, and then Colin Johnson. That might not be it. I don't think that list is right.
What are you looking for, Jeff? What are you looking for?
I was just looking at the current the cut list that was originally there, but now it's.
But what are you looking for specifically? Are you looking for
who was cut? Just double check, bring that up again as to who was cut for the team.
Well, of the notable names at wide receiver, if you want to call it that, Shedrick Jackson, Tommy Millott, and Alex Bachman. Those are the only bubble guys who had a slight chance, but they're not there. I expect 2 of those guys to be on the practice squad, but if they're not, like for me, like I said, so what?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's exactly who's on there. Yeah. All right. So I was right.
Yeah. It's funny because what you're saying, Jeff, I agree with you because when I looked at it, I seen it, but when I refreshed it, I see what I see AR saying. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks different now. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, what the hell? Like, I was like, I seen the same thing earlier. Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's any interest in that. I mean, I hope not. I hope we can bring him back and put him on the practice squad because I mean, when I saw him out there on offense, he didn't look that bad. He really didn't. I mean, he pancaked a couple of guys. I mean, that alone impresses the shit out of me.
Yeah, but once again, though, too, bro, that's also people also trying to make the team.
Right.
Is he going to be able to do that going against, somebody else his size? You know what I mean? That's not 100 pounds, 50 pounds less than him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's different when they're going against 3rd and 4th stringers trying to make a team.
But at the same time, you got to look at the potential that's there. It's like I highlighted before. This guy has only played 3 games of American football, period, at any level. And he's playing against, say what you will, yes, they're third stringers, but these are guys who are still at the elite of the elite level, the top 0.0001 percentile of American football players. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
to get to the NFL level, you know what I'm saying? You still have to be at the elite level. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
So for him to produce the way he did against guys at that level, you know what I'm saying? Granted, their third stringers is still something, and it goes to show his potential, which is what he is at the moment. He's a project potential guy, and like I keep highlighting, a practice squad is the best spot for him to hone his craft and let him develop as much as he can. But that's not going to happen year one.
I agree.
Yeah.
When did he send that? What was that? What? Did he freeze? Oh no,
What was
that?
No.
You did the one today. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did send me that one earlier.
What's up, Sal?
Shit. Oh my god, I sent so many freaking messages out today. Shit.
I know. You sent me the wrong picture, bro. I don't know if I should say it on live, but you sent me the wrong picture. I was like, God damn, I'm just gonna erase it.
Nah, he sent me the list earlier today. I should have just brought that one up, but I can't find the damn thing.
Is my connection bad, Jeff? Is my
no, you're good. I hear you. I see you.
No, you're good on my side.
Okay. Anyways.
You're good. All right, let me.
My internet's been a little bit janky lately, so I just want to check.
Nah, I can hear you. I can see you. You're good on my end.
Oh shit! I can't make this any bigger than this either. Fuck. Yeah, that's not even worth bringing up. I can't even read it. It's so goddamn small. Even
Hang
on
hold control and scroll forward with your mouse.
It doesn't. All it does is it change because it's the window. It changes everything behind it. It's an Instagram message.
Okay.
So if I close this out,
I can see your DMs now. Who have you been sliding into?
Save it like as a picture, maybe.
yeah,
AR, you got your patch coming your way.
My man.
With them stickers.
That's awesome. I love Predator. One of my favorite movies of all time.
There you go.
yeah, it won't work. I can't bring it up that way.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Right?
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
So let me see.
Let's see. Well, we've been on for what, 2.5 hours? I'm ready to call it. What are you guys? You ready to go?
Yeah, until next time.
Thanks for having me on, Jeff. I appreciate you giving me the chance to meet
No problem,
Raider, Will, and Oscar.
Figure what the hell, we'll go international.
Brothers in arms, so I appreciate it.
Figure we go international on the Black Hole thing, yeah. You know, the Notorious Podcast. So
I'm gonna definitely try to acquire a shirt. I'll probably link up with Cheeto during the takeover. I'm going to try and link up with as many people that I've come to meet during the course of this YouTube game as I can. So I'm sure, you know, I'll cross paths with him, and you know, if there's a Black Hole shirt for sale, I'll you know, I'm willing to support and buy one. So yeah.
Are you only going to the one game?
I'm definitely I've got everything booked for the LA game. Okay. I'm 50-50 on going to the next week, which is against the Broncos. It's just a matter of, like, you know, of course, money, but also I've got things at home that I need to make sure is situated and is okay while I'm away, because time away from, you know, my family and my responsibilities in life and shit. You know, it's bullshit being away for a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like, you know, you got to cater for all that. But it's in the works. If I can make it happen, I will try to go to the Vegas game the next week. But LA is 100%. I've got everything booked. My plane tickets, my accommodation, and my tickets for the game. So
nice.
Yeah. I can go to a game. You can go to a game.
Right? Hey, AR, it looks like they're asking what jersey you're wearing.
Yeah, SoCal Sal's asking what jersey is it.
Let you guys guess, okay? So
number 15. Mac.
No. Hang on. It's a Reebok jersey. I painted on, so it's a little bit older than Max. So this is going back a little bit further. So between about I think it was at Raider 2003 or 4 till 2009. Linebacker.
Romanowski. No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Close
No,
to the same.
Close.
Thing. I think we drafted him as his replacement, possibly.
Beaker?
Nope, that was before.
But wasn't he another something Zowski?
I'll give you another hint. He was our, and don't look at the chat. He was our. He's officially our leading tackler since tackles have been a statistic since post 2000. So he leads the Raiders in tackles. Linebacker.
Morrison.
There you go.
Yeah.
Morrison? Yeah, Kirk.
Yeah.
Did I get
Kirk,
it?
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have a Mac jersey, but I thought just for the sake of it. Sometimes I like to mix it up with the jerseys that I rock.
Nah, he bamboozled us. He did that on purpose.
Right. But look, Mac is one of my favorite Raiders of all time. I have his jersey in both black and white. But Captain Kirk, he was worthy enough for me to acquire his jersey in the offseason. You know what I mean? He's the guy I appreciated in my early days as a Raider fan, when I started being a Raider fan in 2009. So, yeah. And it's good to see him being active again with the media and that. Isn't he a color commentator or something?
I think so. Morrison?
Yeah, Kirk Morrison. He took over for when Lincoln Kennedy left.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's in. He does the broadcast with them now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see
shout
you and Rich.
Shout out to Lincoln Kennedy. He took a picture with the Predator at AZ. I'll post that tomorrow, Jeff, and I'll sit there and I'll send it to you, show you.
Awesome.
Humble guy, loves the Raiders. You could tell in his heart he is definitely a Raider, like to the fullest. The way he was compassionate, he talked to us, took the time to hug the fans, spend time with the babies, asking how the family's doing. It was beautiful. Beautiful person. Shout out to Lincoln Kennedy.
I love hearing those stories of the former Raider alumni who still are proud of their time as Raiders, who go to the events and rock the colors and take the time to, commune with, all the fans, new and old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always, like it. Even when they're guys that people think that they weren't very good, that still kind of get active again. I mean, didn't you say, was it you or Chris for Raiders who said he went to an event and Jay Schrader was there, and Jay Schrader's a really cool guy, just communing with all the fans and that. So
it was Leo and them. I think Leo mentioned it too. Yeah.
No, I can dig that. I can respect that.
Yeah, but then he was charging like ridiculous amount of money for his autographs too. It's like, dude, you're Jay Schrader.
Did you
I think that was? I think that's.
Oh shit! Will came back. Yeah, take a shit or what?
I
The bubble gum stone, is that the issue? Yeah.
It's all them pupusas. Hey, shout out to his truck. If you ain't ever had his pupusas, I'm telling you, make him take a shit in the middle of the night.
Hey, don't be talking about pupusas now.
I'll tell you what, to Real Talk's comment there, if, and God willing, it doesn't happen, Genty goes down injured or whatever, and Zamir takes over and runs the rock and runs it relatively effectively, I will be out by his jersey and wear it to the game.
Wow.
I will. And look, I might be critical of guys on our team, but it's only because I'm passionate and I want more. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I want their downfall because I don't. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong about a guy like Zamir, which I hope I'm wrong, and he turns out to be everything that the Zamir believers think that he can be, I will happily eat crow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these guys who likes to get on the content creating scene and say, oh, I told you so, you know what I mean? Just for the sake of I want to be right so bad, I want my team or players to perform badly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I'd rather be wrong about it.
Yeah, why would we ever want to wish bad on our team? Like, ever. Like, we want the best always.
Oh, there's people out there that want to be right so bad that they're willing to wish the downfall of certain players, certain coaches, whatever. Like even Josh McDaniels, I wanted him to work out. I really did. You know what I'm saying? I never liked him. I never wanted him. But that's not to say that I didn't want him to succeed. I wanted to be wrong. Unfortunately, a lot of us were right.
I mean, I've heard some Raider fans talking to the point where they wanted to jump the barrier and go beat up Aiden O'Connell because they hate him that much. It's like, are you kidding me? It's like people
Are you the
still
first one?
trashing him.
Are
It's
you
like,
going to be the first
he's
one to
still
do
a
it?
Raider player. I don't care if he's good or bad. He's still a Raider player on the current roster.
exactly.
He's still, support the guy. He's before he got hurt, he was our number 2 quarterback. If Gino goes down, you got to have trust in this guy, whether you like how he plays or not. He's still the guy. If you don't like Zamir, you don't like Zamir. But if God forbid, like AR says, if something happens to the number 1, I'm not even going to say his name, to the number 1, then you got to root for the guy. Because then if you're rooting against him, you're rooting against the team, and you want the team to not succeed. That's the dumbest excuse or just comprehensive. I can't put the thought process together.
To want anything detrimental to the team for the sake of being right, that's buster shit to me. You're a buster.
Yeah,
He said a buster. You a buster.
Buster.
Well, even when Carter went down and broke his ankle and Cook came in, I remember that morning I put this and I said, in Cook we trust.
Right.
That was in my heart. Did I really think he was going to take us to the Super Bowl?
No, that poor kid was way over. He was in way over his head.
Way over his head.
And here's the thing: he wasn't a bad quarterback, but I'll tell you right now, that shook his confidence because he wasn't that great after that. And that's what happens. You put these players, they're young kids. You put them in certain situations, and it shakes their confidence. If you don't give them the right chance to build themselves into that, you screw them over. These kids don't stand a chance. Like Cam Miller, if you would have put him as the number 2 right off the bat after AOC got hurt, or even after that,
he would have been hurt on the second drive.
If you would have done that after that first preseason game, moved him up to the number 2, like every other fan in this country wanted him to do, you would have crushed that kid's confidence to go out there and play at that higher level right now. He's not ready enough. Anybody that knows anything about football will tell you that kid was not ready to move up to number 2. Absolutely not.
Exactly. Well, back to what AR said about development. You need a lot more development to play at this level. You're a good athlete, but just not that good for this level.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, we're willing to give you time to develop. So go to the practice squad, which is where he should be. Hone your craft, you know what I'm saying? And that year we had Connor Cook in for that game. Remember, he wasn't our first. It wasn't our primary backup. Remember, we had Matt.
He was our number 3
guy. He was supposed to be Matt McGloin was supposed to be the guy, but he was out injured too. But it was unfortunate that we had nobody else, and he was put in a position where we needed him to produce, and unfortunately didn't.
Oh, Arnie's got a question. What's up, Arnie? Who's the biggest surprise cut, and who's the biggest surprise to make the roster?
I'll give you one.
Lobby.
I'll give you one. Will Putnam. He was a surprising. He's probably the most surprising to make the roster. I would say he's the guy they would probably look to. Maybe because I don't doubt we're going to be making more moves. Like, this isn't the final roster. We're going to be making more moves. We're going to pick up other teams waiver wire who can produce better than the guys who just scraped in, like Will Putnam. So I expect him to be the first name or among those first names that they're going to look at and say, right, well, this is a guy that's better on waiver wire. We're going to bring him in. So we got to release somebody. That guy's going to be Putnam. But Putnam is the surprise for me. As for cut, none of them. Well, they just none of the cuts, like I'm crying spilt milk over. None of them produced or produced enough for me to say, oh shit, we should have kept that guy.
Let me ask you this: a guy that I saw that we cut, and I actually saw some spark out of was Andre Carter II, the defensive end, right?
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
You know, that kid right there. I honestly, I saw some spunk from him, and when I saw that he was cut, I was like, hey, man, I'm like, that's kind of crazy because we need help on the defensive line. And he had 2 sacks in one game. I'd be like, he was coming off that edge. He was coming off hard, all preseason long, and he had a pretty good preseason. That was a name that I was really shocked that he was cut.
I'll give you that. I would have preferred to have kept him over Lecky Fotu, who remains on the roster, who we didn't see anything of in preseason. I mean, I think he's injured or whatever, but I mean, I would have thought Carter. I saw what you saw. You know what I mean? Even a guy who I believe they're going to put back on the practice squad in Trevin Moai. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely a practice squad candidate Well, I at least saw some things, but at the end of the day, like even with Carter, like I'm not going to lose sleep over.
No, I'm
These
not going to
guys
lose
gone.
any sleep. I'm just saying, I'm
Yeah.
like, I was
I agree,
surprised
I
because
agree.
I really feel like he should have been on that 53. I think he played well enough to be on the 53.
Over the likes of Photo, I will agree with you, Dan. I agree.
But I'm gonna say probably like between 50 and 53. I'm not gonna say you should have been top 10, top 20. So
Okay,
Arnie's
so
got another question. After the final 53, what is the confidence level at corner and offense depth plus the backup QB?
In terms of corner, my confidence in their pass coverage is at a 4, generous 4. And look, I like what we have in that we have young talent there. They have the physical intangibles. You know what I'm saying? From that standpoint, I do like, you know what I mean? Like in time, I believe a lot of these guys like Porter will be good enough in time, but that's what they're going to need. But as it stands right now, we need them to produce immediately, being that Porter's probably going to start. We're going to have Eric Stokes starting as our CB number 1. You know what I mean? So very low when it comes to pass coverage. I honestly, and I hope I'm wrong, I think it's going to be a very rough ride. So buckle up.
I agree. Dang, I can't even say nothing. He said what I was gonna say. So shout out to AR. Like,
sorry, man.
no. I'm sorry. Shit. No. Like literally, what I was gonna say. Like, I just agree, brother. That's exactly you. Man, you hit that motherfucker. There it is.
My confidence is so low on it that I'm praying to God that every pass play, Kuntz or Max gets a sack, because it's the only way we're not going to get the ball off. It's the only way the secondary is going to survive is if we can disrupt the quarterback on every single pass play and just make it easier for the corners back there. Because, man, I'm not confident at all with that secondary, and I'm not I don't know a lot about the secondary stuff. Like my knowledge on corners is very minimal. I'm more of a meat and potato right up front in the trenches kind of guy. That's where I put my emphasis on, and I don't have much trust in the cornerback room at all.
They're young, inexperienced, and we're having to bet on them producing immediately.
If we're seriously considering letting Jacoby go and trade him away, there's 2 teams I'd like us to talk to, because they're in a bad spot with wide receivers, and we could get a player that we can use right now in the secondary. Would be Minnesota and San Francisco, because Minnesota's Jefferson's dealing with the hamstring. Addison's out for still 4 games with the drug suspension. San Francisco's hurting at wide receiver. Their best one's Ricky Parasol, and this is only his, 2nd year in the league?
Yeah.
So they're hurting there too. Ayuk's out for I don't know how long. He's out for a good part of this season, so he's gone. We can get something where we can plug a guy in right away. I'm fine with that. If we want to let him go, and that's the plan, talk to those 2. Don't talk to New England and get that kid that's a safety. We don't need a safety right now. We need a corner. So that's how I look at it.
So you said,
Chase asking to pull up.
You know, your biggest question was at corner, right? Like, let's be real. The defensive backs, I'm actually a little bit more positive. I'm going to say about a 6 or a 7. You know, I think that we are on the come up on that. I think Jeremy Chin can definitely make a difference in the secondary, and Isaiah Palomao keeps showing development, right, at the safety position. But at the strict corner position, man, I don't know what we got. Let's just be real. At the strict corner position, that's where the questions are at. Whether we can cover guys one-on-one. I know that Pete Carroll likes big, lanky corners, about 6'3", likes them to be physical, likes them to be play a little bit, bump and run. But I really don't feel like we have any guy that can play that, or any guy that can really do that. Not on this roster.
Here we go again, right? We just can't find ourselves a guy who can cover worth a damn or is worthy to be that number 1 since the days of goddamn Nnamdi Asomugha. How long has that been? That's been 15 years ago. 15 years.
Damn, don't remind me of my age.
Shoot.
Shit. Really? Has this seriously been that long?
Yes.
Because I remember buying that jersey, a real jersey, at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego.
And since him, who's it been? Who have we had? The closest we had, in my personal opinion, was Dave Emerson, and he was only good for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Every other guy just hasn't worked out as well as we wanted it to.
True. Very true. Well, okay, so back to Palomar. What do you guys think about him? You think he's going to be like his uncle? He's showing potential.
No.
I'm not trying to put that on them like he has to be like his uncle, but do you think he has the potential or the skill level to be somewhat of a version of him, I should say?
Well, I think, look, that's just way too high expectations. So I'm not going to expect his uncle, his great uncle, Palomalu. But with that said, I do believe he's earned the right to be our starter at safety. I mean, this is a guy, he was an undrafted free agent. Get this, he was an undrafted free agent, I think, back in the McDaniels area, and he's played way better and produced more than all these guys that we drafted before him. You know what I'm saying? So to come up from being an undrafted free agent, taking the process to hone his craft, and, when his number was called, I noticed him doing some things. He played very well. I believe he was the AFC Player of the Week 1 week last year. You know what I'm saying? And to my knowledge, he was, and if I can recollect properly, wasn't he the first off-season signing that they made? He was the first guy to re-sign to the team. So that shows the confidence level that the new regime has in the guy. So, look, I'm not expecting him to be all-time great like Palomalu, but I do expect good things from him. To be a good player in his own right. I will never compare him to his great uncle. That's just not fair. That's just way too high. But to be good enough, I think he will be.
Yeah. And I agree with him.
Did you see Pharrell got waived again today, too?
Yeah, so what? So what?
Cleveland
around out there.
Yeah, I agree with they are. I mean, I think Isaiah Palomar will be a solid starter, a guy that's going to come in and do his job. I'd be like, if we really, really excel, he'll hit a couple Pro Bowls, maybe. But to ask him to be his uncle, to be a guy that feels it out, just like if you look at the way Palomalu played, he literally broke the rules of his defense because he played a lot on gut intuition. And Ryan Clark will come out and say it, and he says it all the time. There were some times that Palomar would be guessing, and his job was to make sure that if Palomar messed up, that Ryan Clark was there to clean up the mistake. Yeah. So I feel like to ask Isaiah to be the same as his uncle and to have that type of intuition, I don't think we're going to have that.
That's like bringing Shedrick Jackson back and saying, "Hey, we want you to perform like Bo Jackson."
That's a good one, Joe.
You're related to him. You're related to him. Why can't you do like him?
Right? Yeah.
Be the next Bo.
Be the next Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Let's just expect Palomar to be a good player in his own right, because I think at the very least that's what he'll be.
Agreed.
No, but go back to what you're saying, AR. Being undrafted, making the squad, how many people have been in that position and basically just let people shit on us?
Well, we had Marcus Epps, and who was that guy we had before Marcus Epps? The veteran guy. I think he came over from the Eagles.
Peters. No,
not Peters. Whatever. Like those were our veteran safeties. As well as remember Morrig was starting for the 4 years.
It was Morgan Epps that started last year.
Morgan Epps, and then before that it was somebody else. I'm having a brain fart, but whatever. Like those veteran guys, they gave us presents, but that's it. Like I didn't notice them the way I noticed Palomar last season, making plays like interceptions, causing fumbles, and that. Like these guys, like give me one play that was memorable that they did.
None. But I'm gonna say this. I think Palomar this year, I see him more aggressive towards the football. I see him trying to make more interceptions this year. Last year, I think he hesitated a lot more. And this preseason, I seen him be a lot more ball hungry than he was last year.
Right. Well, there's only one way up. for him. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no reason why he should start trending downwards. I mean, he's only been in the league. This is his 4th year, is it? 4th or 3rd? I'm pretty sure it's his 4th season. So, this should be around the time where he's hitting his prime, so to say. Like, there's no more development with this guy. Like, you need your time is now. You know what I'm saying?
So agreed.
Very agreed.
Dude, Jeff,
What are you smoking on over there? I want to know. Hey, what you guys smoke out there?
Are you talking about the greenery?
Yeah, you talk about
whatever cloud you're blowing out.
This is just a vape. I don't smoke the weed. I don't react too well when I smoke that stuff.
It doesn't do the
I
wacky
quit a long time
tobacco.
ago. No.
Okay,
I think though, now that I think about it, the last time I got high was actually when I went to Oakland in 2019, walking through the tailgate. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying you didn't even smoke. You just walking through the tunnel, huh?
Yeah, I was walking through the tailgate, like, because where I was based, I was about, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 miles away from the stadium. You know how you can see just all the smoke emanating in the air, and that ain't barbecue smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was Oaksterdam. That's what we call it,
real quick walking through the tailgate.
You know about Oaksterdam? You an original.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Walking through that dense forest of just nothingness, of cloudiness.
Matter of fact, AR, before you hopped on, I was telling Will and everybody on this, I was like, man, I remember being 8 years old, walking out of there telling my grandpa, like, I'm hungry. I had the munchies. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah. No, I was definitely feeling it while walking through. No, it was good. It was part of the experience. I loved every minute of it. But one of the greatest days of my life.
Nice.
The only thing I got to end with is before we get ready to back out here. Will, what section are you sitting in New England?
I agree with you, Jay.
I will be sitting in section 138.
And where are you sitting?
Shit. Hold on. Let me ask the wife. Give me one second. Oh, shit. Hey, babe. Hey.
Yep.
What section are we sitting in?
Let me ask the boss.
Are we sitting in? She's checking right now. Give me 1 second. Boston. Yeah.
Because I think.
Oh, Will said hi. Jeff said hi.
Hello.
Hi.
She said hello.
Hello.
Bring me a beer, woman.
I think just by sheer coincidence, a lot of us are sitting kind of like in the same section.
Oh, hey, Will, she said we're sitting in your section.
Okay,
we're sitting with you, fucker.
138.
We're with you, but we're literally the row behind you.
Okay.
Oh, no shit.
So it'll be me, my wife, and Jeff. I'm gonna tell you, we will be bringing her cousin and her husband. Unfortunately, they are Patriot fans. They are family. And like I told them, I said, look, you will not be physically harmed, but I cannot guarantee your feelings, like, at all.
Like I told them when we were still backstage before we started, I said, just gotta let them know we charge double for Pat's fans, or triple in his case. He wants us to charge triple.
Can I ask a quick question about your?
Said, babe, I got to go with Jeff said. He's the president, and he said they're more than welcome to come. They just got to pay triple the prices.
Can I ask a question? Since you guys are all going to the New England game, what percentage of the stadium do you think will be silver and black?
40%, because that's how deep the travel brigade goes.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I don't even think that, to be honest with you. The New England, man, that's a tough stadium. The fan base fills that. Especially this season with Vrabel coming in as the coach now, and just the way they've looked, especially the first preseason game. Rookie quarterback. Running back, rookie offensive line filled 2 major voids they had. They're a better team than they were last year. They're not going to be a pushover. Last season, we would have crushed them. If we would have had if they had the same team last year, this year, same coach this year as last year, we'd destroy them. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's the percentage?
So as it stands here, what percentage do you feel, Jeff?
I'm thinking
reasonable to expect
30% Raiders.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there at 30. I'm there right at 30%. I think.
I'd even go as low as 25. I mean, we'll find out. Obviously, we'll be there. We'll be able to get a good feel for it.
But I'm going to say this: me and Will know this for a fact. It started out with 10 of us going to New Orleans, and Will, how many motherfucking of us were in New Orleans?
But I will say this. Okay. And the reason I think that New Orleans was different is because one, Massachusetts is the season opener. Okay.
Mhm.
That's going to be more expensive. The Northeast is a lot more expensive than New Orleans. New Orleans is a bigger travel city when you talk about going to go vacation and go do other things. I mean, the Sugar Bowl was there the week right after. We had a lot of like bowls going on at that time. So
It's a tourist hub.
yeah, it's a big time tourist
Yeah.
town, and New England's not. But what I do see is this: I think what you're going to see in New England is a bunch of hardcore fans, because you have to travel out to the Northeast, which is an expensive section of town. You're going to get the people that don't get the chance to go to Las Vegas all the time, right?
Mhm.
Because everybody here on the West Coast or in the Mountain West goes to Vegas all the time. So you're going to get the diehards that live out on the East Coast that, are going to be like, dude, this is our one opportunity, maybe DC to go watch the game.
Exactly.
And to go to New England, man, and not freeze your ass off, that's
the biggest deal right there. First game of the season. The advanced forecast already looks like we're going to be in the 70s to 80s that day. Temperature's going to drop to the floor at night. It's going to be in the 50s at night.
I'm at that all day.
It sounds like a Bay Area weather.
Especially being in Matt.
So,
Especially
but-
being
but-
mad.
but-
Oh, yeah.
You are going to need it.
What New Orleans game was that you guys said that you mentioned you
Oh,
went
last
to?
year we went to New Orleans, and we had
Yeah, we
about,
blacked it out.
well, we had about so last year's big travel game was New Orleans. We filled up 2 bars. We had about 700 people show up
Veronica, thank you.
to the blackout party. It was a good time.
I know it was a while ago. I was kind of hoping you said it was the 2016 game.
No,
No,
it wasn't.
it was
That was
the most
the
recent.
first one. Yeah, this was the most recent one.
Okay,
But I mean,
gotcha.
like I said, I think New England's going to have a good group. I think New England's going to have the hardcore fans, man. I mean, like, it's the hardcores that are going to go out there. It's not the people that just, are like, oh, yeah, I'm a Raiders fan, so I'm just going to catch a game. It's like, bro, you have to plan this. You have to spend your own money to go to New England and do it.
Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but is there even such a thing?
Oh, trust me.
Is there even
As
such a thing
super
as a
fan,
blowing
I don't
Raider
get
fan?
paid to go to these fucking games. I pay to go to these games.
Yep.
It's going to be
But
the
it's
same
fun,
thing
though,
here
but like
against
you
the
said,
Chargers
though.
game in LA.
Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
You know what I mean?
What's that, Oscar?
It's going
Yeah,
to probably
sorry.
be the same thing as like in LA. You know what I mean? All the fans that live in LA and that are Raider fans that
No,
can't.
you're
make
going.
it
That's a
to
home game.
Vegas.
That's a home game for us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be probably the same thing. You know what I mean?
You're going to
get
get a lot of
blacked out.
And that's why I think you're going to get like New York City, like TBH New York City. You're going to get New Jersey people. You're going to get people from Philadelphia, that Northeast region that, Raiders fans that
Can't
don't
make it
get
to
the
Vegas.
opportunity to come out.
Yeah.
We're going to get to do it 2 years in a row
Yeah.
because we're right back here again next year, too. I have a feeling that game's going to be in like December. That game's
Yeah,
going to be
I agree.
a balls off game.
I'm going to that one. You got a sleeping bag for me?
You're gonna need it. You better buy what they call.
No,
long
I
johns.
know. Will knows. In Denver, that's what people wear. They wear sleeping bags. They don't wear fucking hoodies.
Dude, it gets cold outside.
I'll tell you what. If it is gonna end up being a December game, I still got my old fire department turnout gear. Even though it's not Raider colors, I'm gonna be warm. I'll just wear a Raider jacket over it or something. But I will wear that shit to the game. So I will be nice.
Did you just become Raider firefighter?
Huh?
Sorry, you broke up.
Did you become a super fan? Did you become Raider firefighter?
No.
No.
You hear me?
Yeah,
That's
we
not
can
my
hear you.
style.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one that used to go to Oakland? I sat behind him when I was at the Coliseum because he was sitting next to Gorilla Rilla, the guy who used to go to the Oakland games with the fire hat on.
I think that was Dr. Death.
Yeah,
Was it?
Dr.
That's what
Death.
I was thinking too.
Was it
Yeah.
really?
That's what I
Was
thought.
this it? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Because I sat
so-
behind. I just remember sitting behind Gorilla Rilla and a guy who was wearing a fire
Yeah.
hat. Yeah.
So, hey,
Dr. Death.
what stadiums have you been to when you've been here to watch the Raiders stateside?
I went to Oakland 2019, which would be their last home victory against the Bengals. I went to that. That's been my one and only experience so far. I was supposed to go to the Thursday night football game a couple weeks before that, which sucks because that ended up being a great game. But because of work, it conflicted and I had to rearrange all my bookings and that. So just the one so far, but I'm going to make it at least 2, maybe 3 by the end of the season. Sorry, Jeff. My bad.
All right.
You should come out here for week 1 is what you should have done.
That's what I'm saying. Like shit. And
If I had unlimited resources
Hey,
and time permitted, with my life responsibilities, I would go to every game. But unfortunately, life calls. You know what I'm saying? And it's already
brother,
enough
I
for me
think
to
that's
have to come all the
everybody
way
in
to
this
America.
panel right here. Everybody, like
Not to
But
shit
is
on
anybody
any
traveling the way I have to go to a Raider game?
not to shit on anybody else hosting Raider games this year with their chapter, but I think outside of the home games in Vegas, this is going to be the best one of the season, week 1.
Oh, calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Hey, I gotta hype myself up. Hey, you know, fuckers, you guys are hyping your ass. You guys are hyping yourselves up. It's time for me to hype myself up, man. I got a job to do, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it well.
Hey, Jeff, I'm going to say this respectfully. Most of us with tailgates are used to like tacos, burritos, pizzas. You were talking
Getting a little
about
taste of New
chicken
England this time.
pie, sausage and peppers. I'm like, what?
Oh, you're getting sausage and
But I'm
peppers. You're
excited,
going to get it New England style, though.
Hey,
Hey, fellas, not to cut you guys off, but I'm going to go ahead and log off for the night. I will
All right,
see you
Oscar.
guys.
Thanks for
I'll
being
talk
here,
to you guys
Oscar.
again
Nice to meet you,
hopefully
Oscar.
soon.
Take care.
salute,
Thank you
brother.
guys. Thank you, Will, for bringing me on. Hopefully, we'll catch you on another episode.
Anytime,
Hey,
brother.
DM me, bro. DM me for those stickers in your patch, bro.
I got you, bro.
Oscar,
Right.
if you have anything
Yes,
else
sir.
in the future that you want to promote or whatever, hit me up.
Uh,
If you
yeah,
wanna come
I
on
got
the
you.
show, if you want to come on and promote something, let me know, because I mean, not
Okay.
necessarily just this show. I'm on a bunch
sure.
of other ones.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know for the blood drive. Once I get the flyer ready, we have
Yeah,
everything
definitely.
set up for the blood drive. I'll send you guys our info and I'll hit you guys up.
Definitely.
See
Get us
whoever.
involved.
Yeah.
We'll help you out.
Likewise, bro. Whatever
That's what
you
this
have
channel's
going,
for,
let me
man.
know.
Spread the word.
I'll
For
share
sure.
it on behalf of Predator and TBH Albuquerque. You know what I mean? And yeah, we'll make it happen, bro.
All right, fellas. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night wherever you guys are at. If it's late, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. I know Ari's
1
probably
o'clock,
different
yeah.
time zone.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Nice to
man.
meet you, brother.
Yeah.
My
Okay,
time,
fellas. So
right
you guys have
now
a
is
good night.
literally 11 p.m.
Salute, bro.
Peace out.
I think we're ready to call it anyway.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to promote, Fred?
I'm gonna say once again, I'm gonna say Will, Jeff, everybody. I mean, like I said, I hope nobody gets angry at me. There is too many to name. So I'm gonna say this respectfully. Everybody, every fan, every donation, put it this way, like earlier, almost $500 donation from my guy Ray, and he's an Eagles fan. So if anybody wants to donate to the Predator who supports autism and children's cancer, all donations, once again, get donated at the end of the season, 50-50, autism and children's cancer. I do not keep a penny. I make these patches. I make these stickers. I do all this on my own hard-earned money. Because like I said, once again, Jeff, like how families go through this hardship, I know how it is. So if me and the Raider Nation, hey, shout out to you. and everybody can help out, I appreciate it. You know, like I said, all donations are appreciated. Everything. Jeff, I'll get with you guys. I'll get my cash apps and get everything going. I'll send you guys the links and let's post and let's keep going. And from Albuquerque, TBH 505, we love you guys. Baby Superman Foundation, Raider Penguin, my president, Stomp Out Bullying, we thank you. We thank you guys all for your contributions, your love, your respect, the honor you guys give us to me to sit there and make my own chain. And Will, before I get off, where's your coin, motherfucker?
If a guy from Australia has a coin and you don't, oh my God.
Coin. Hey,
Hang on.
And also shout out to Israel Guzman and Lovelock. Lovelock, you blessed me, brother. Oh,
I gotta go get that.
Shout out to my guy, Raider Critique.
hey, there you go, baby. We're in the building.
Where is it? Well,
This is my wallet. Hold on.
Kingsley, hold on. Oh, wait. You lacking?
I don't have one. So.
Yeah.
You don't got one?
But like I have mine in my wallet.
No, I don't.
I do have a challenge coin, but it's the
Nice.
Booster Club one.
Okay, well, shit, I might need one of those then.
If you guys
It's
are
the only
looking
one
for
I got
one of
left.
those,
You'd have to buy them from the Booster Club. So,
Okay.
if you guys
I
are
was the
looking for a
president last
challenge
year.
coin,
It was our 20th anniversary, so I had these specially made last year with the 20th anniversary coins.
sweet.
So that's the only.
Yeah, I love all challenge coins. I love all clubs, all super fans. Hey, this is what makes us together. Look, you got Grand Junction, Albuquerque, Australia, New England. Let's go, baby. We're worldwide, literally.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, yo, if you guys are looking for a challenge coin, make sure that you hit up our boy Adam Mayo, TBH President, San Antonio. He's the one that does them all. If you guys need a direct link, hit us up and we'll make sure to send them out to them. Yo, Jeff, you said, hey,
Shout out to
anything
you,
else
man.
we wanted to promote, right? Week 1. Y'all need to be engaged, locked in for the most electric week 1 in the Northeast, baby. Y'all got to lock in with my boy Jeff. Make sure you follow that link tree. We're going to have all sorts of tours. We're going to have Raider Nation blacking out Boston. We're going to have a party at Blake's. We're going to visit Al Davis's old house. We're going to be doing a lot of big time things. We're going to be tailgating at Lot 55B, and we're just going to be rocking and rolling with Raider Nation, baby. Next, the one thing we also want to tell people is, hey, you know what? Raider Connection, I think, is tomorrow at 7 p.m. with our family here. I think we're going to have a lot of guys on the show that are on this show, that are on that show. So make sure that you guys lock in. AR, go ahead, bro.
Thank you. It's not really much more I can say after that. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, look, I got nothing on my side. Like, I just wanted to come on and chop it up with you guys. You know, thanks for having me on.
No, thank you, man.
Self promotion, you know, like you guys know what it is. That's my channel down below. So, you know, most of the
make
guys,
sure you guys hit up
they already support me anyway. So I support those who support me. So that's always essential. You know,
Yes, sir.
with not just myself, but I think with everybody. You know, don't forget the guys who make an effort for you. And when I come to America, I most certainly won't forget. So
Yes,
that's all I
sir.
got. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So
Will,
just a
Jeff,
public
AR,
service announcement.
thanks for
Just
being
remember,
here.
make sure you get over to Apakachi Raider, hit the sub, hit the notifications, hit the likes, get over to Will's, which is Silver and Black Podcast. Make sure you get over to him also, his channel, and hit the sub, hit the notifications, hit the likes. I'm 401 Raider Jeff. Leo, who's usually on here but wasn't with us, but he is broadcast. We did stream to his channel tonight, so that's Cheeto Linus. Make sure you guys get over to him and hit the sub and the notification on his. Tomorrow night, I will be back on with Jay, Just Raiders Baby, who's been in the chat all night with us. Thanks, Jay, for chiming in. I appreciate you, brother.
Shout out
Raider
to
10, who was also in the chat. And then Leo will be on also tomorrow night, the four of us for the Raider Connection, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific. And anybody that's going to be going to New England for the week, next weekend for week 1, the link is in the chat on all the channels. So make sure you check it out. Don't miss the Al Davis thing. And if you're going to buy a bus ticket, buy it quick. We got to sell those out. So until next time, folks.
One last thing, Jeff. One more thing. Sorry, just while it's at the top of my head. You mentioned it before. We're going to need to do a Tecmo stream sometime next week. Haven't done it for a while, so.
Next week's going to be tough. Next week's going to be tough. I probably won't be available to do much of anything until after week 1. So
we'll make it happen. Not next week.
Make sure you lock it to AR Tecmo stream, baby. You're going to see Bo Jackson out there in the old school Tecmo.
We most definitely gave a follow.
Yes, sir.
So, like I always say, everybody.
And they are. Whenever you want the interview with the Predator, I'm here, baby. I support all clubs, all channels, everybody. I'm not a hater, baby.
I'll find you on IG, my friend. I'll find you on IG.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Everybody stay safe.
Everybody,
and go Raiders.
Have a good night. God bless you and your
trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
And I approve this message. Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. We are the Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Touchdown, touchdown. Let's throw a bomb on first down. Let's throw a bomb on every down. First we score, then we clown. Having fun, look around. Nobody loud as a Raider crowd. Nobody proud as a Raider crowd. NFL, how you like me now? We gon' do this open style. Nothing but action. I'm Bo Jackson, hit the hole. Run you over, goal line. Jumping over, going crazy. Lose your soul, lose your mind in the black hole. Here's the goal, Super Bowl. And everybody here, get the goal. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock